Wait, do you like hot dogs?
No.
Oh yeah, I was gonna, he acts like a guy who doesn't like hot dogs.
How do you not like hot dogs?
I don't know.
The dude who was talking about
It's because you don't like fucking condiments. That's
Yeah.
why.
that and also the people who talk so highly about steak are like, no, hot dogs are for peasants. That isn't. No. I couldn't possibly. I love a good hot dog. I'll
Hot
be
dog.
honest,
Does
man.
this have dog in it?
Where does all the crust go in Japan? Where is it? Where's all the crust gone?
I don't know. Probably
For some reason, all the sandwiches don't have crusts on them. Where is it? Give me my fucking crust. I love the crust on
I
sandwiches.
think though sometimes
I actually, that's the reason I like Japanese sandwiches.
in some
You're like a 12-year-old kid. Like, you can't have mayo. You can't eat the fucking crust on your... This man doesn't like...
It's still bread.
Yeah, man. What's the problem? It tastes good.
Yeah.
It's just wasted bread that's like tasteless. and everything.
Wasted bread.
It tastes like bread.
Yo, it's the flavor, dude. It's the best part of
Like,
bread.
what's so good? It tastes like cardboard.
No, it doesn't. No, it
What?
doesn't.
Yeah.
It tastes
Mate,
exactly
come
like
off
the
it.
bread that it's attached to.
It's like the crust on pizza, okay?
Yeah, I
Why
like
does
crust on
crust on pizza exist, and why does everyone pretend
It
that
tastes good.
It tastes good.
No, it doesn't. You eat the pizza for the fucking bread, cheese,
You're a
and
12-year-old
tomato
kid. You're
sauce
literally a 12-year-old
combination.
kid.
Why would I want to eat pizza? Why would I just want to eat the bread part of the pizza? Where when I have pizza,
Because you
I want the
don't-
pizza part of the pizza.
Okay,
Because, right?
that's because you're eating it wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
You're going right up to the crust.
Yeah.
And you got to save a little bit of the sauce and cheese.
And then go on the side.
No.
Yeah.
People think I'm a fucking psychopath when I eat pizza the way I actually eat pizza at home, which is crust first. I eat the crust first because I get that tasteless shit out of the way. So I'm
Wait,
only left.
then how do you hold the pizza?
I just hold it like
What the fuck are you doing, bro?
You're holding it like L, dude. Like you
Look,
just fucking
look. I just saved the best part till last. Why would I save the tasteless part till last? I don't enjoy
But
eating the crust.
you're making it tasteless
Yeah.
by only eating the crust.
Yeah, you need to combo it, dude.
No. If you save a little bit of the sauce, that sauce could be with the actual pizza. You know what I mean?
But the pizza has plenty of sauce.
Look, it's like eating the fucking. It's like when you're having a nice fucking meal and you eat your broccoli and vegetables first, and you have like your chicken or your steak afterwards. You save the best part
Wait,
till last.
do you always eat everything separate?
Not always. If it like synergizes perfectly, if it
Like you would know. Like you would fucking
the
know.
crust
Mr. Hamburger.
synergizes with the pizza.
no, it doesn't. The crust just takes the pizza
I got
taste
fucking
out.
Italian hands on this bitch. Like it synergizes.
No, because when you get those shitty frozen pizzas, right, that are like $1 a
Yeah.
pound, right? They're the ones with no crust. You know
Right.
those fucking fake deep dish pizzas that are just all bread
Yeah.
and like the thinnest
They're
layer?
fucking horrible.
That's like his fucking dream. It must
No,
be.
my
There's no crust.
fucking dream is like proper
lasagna?
thin crust Italian pizzas. Pizza goes right up to the crust, and it's because it's so thin, it doesn't get in the way of
That
the
ain't
actual
right,
pizza
man.
itself.
You
It doesn't
gotta-
get in
you
the way of the
gotta grip on
slice.
something,
Yeah.
man.
Sorry?
You got to grip on something.
I don't give a shit about greasy fucking hands if the pizza
I
tastes
do.
better. That's just optimizing the pizza. There is so much wasted space on pizza that it's like the crust gets in the way of the pizza taste.
Well, then,
And-
okay, why don't you do this then? When you get the pizza next time, right, and there's a thick crust, just fold that bitch in half.
Yeah.
No, because that
I
means
feel like you're making a problem out of this. That doesn't
No,
need to be.
no,
Yeah.
no,
I feel like you
no.
are.
Just roll up the pizza so that it's all in one thing, and then just
where like the
I just assume, right, whenever I see anyone who, leaves the crusts on a sandwich or, leaves the crusts on a pizza, I'm like, your parents clearly didn't like beat it into you to eat that shit, dude. 'Cause
Dude, if I left crust on bread,
parents
my
would
mum
murder
would
me.
beat
Yeah,
my ass.
she'd murder me.
She'd be like, "Why are you wasting food?"
No, that's why if I have to eat pizza, I eat it crust first. Like when
He's just there.
You make it sound like a fucking torture, man. It's like
it is torture for me because you're ruining this good fucking
There is-
food with just tasteless bread.
There is only one time where it's acceptable to leave the crusts on a pizza, and that is a buffet of pizza,
Yeah.
where it's like, I gotta optimize this shit.
yeah.
No, no, no,
But
no,
if you
no.
just have Domino's, then you have to eat the
Yeah,
crust.
yeah.
And
of
also in like crust just takes extra room. It's just extra room in your stomach that can be filled with nice tasty pizza. I don't want to get filled up with like tasteless crust.
How
I want
small
that-
is your
disagree.
fucking
I
I
stomach?
want that fucking pizza.
How
Okay.
small is your stomach?
My God.
Oh yes, this tiny bit of crust here is. Gonna,
I know I'm right.
I think you're
I am
right.
not the crazy one here. Crustless gang, where you at? Where you at, crustless gang?
Crustless
All
gang.
the 10-year-olds raise their hand. Point is, where is the crust, Japan? That's like the integrity of this sandwich.
Because I don't really like ham. Like, like roast ham. I'm like not
gammon.
I'm like not a fan of gammon. That's just like the inferior part of
man's
bacon.
not a fan
What
of
is this?
anything.
It's
apparently.
it is literally the opposite. It is literally the more expensive bacon. Like that's literally what a gammon is.
I've never heard. What is a gammon?
Gammon's like a way more like a meatier cut of the pig.
Oh,
and it's
okay.
normally more expensive than because bacon is the cheapest part of the pig.
Right.
And it's shit. And gammon's like the actual like,
Bacon's
meat.
the best part of the pig. Thank you very
You've
much.
been fucking brainwashed,
Yeah.
Garnt. Like you think that bacon's the best.
How are you going to argue with me that
Fuck.
bacon is not the best part of the pig?
It's the most overrated part of the pig. That's
So,
for sure.
we never used to eat
no.
bacon. Bacon used to be like the shitty part.
I literally know vegetarians who have been converted to meat eaters because of bacon.
I think it's just because it's the meme, right? Everyone says bacon is like the best food, right?
It's because
Like,
Americans put bacon with everything.
No, it's because the smell of bacon. There is nothing that can like match the
I
smell
just
of
think
bacon.
bacon is like it's not that great. Like it just kind of tastes okay.
Just give me like a nice piece of pork or ham.
Especially the American
What
bacon.
the fuck are you
The
talking about?
American bacon is
American bacon is the best bacon.
oh, it's fucking
Oh,
awful.
It's
fuck
the
off.
best
Fuck
bacon.
off.
It's
like,
awful,
Stop
man.
clapping, Maylene.
British back bacon is like the worst bacon.
It's the best way to have bacon. Like
no.
I just don't have bacon, period.
because right, normal bacon is like 50 to 70% like the American one, like fat. It's more fat than
Yeah,
meat.
that and I'm not saying it's healthy, but I'm saying it tastes fucking
Fat
great.
doesn't taste good. Like fat inherently just tastes like shit.
No, it-
like
if it-
the meat is the best part.
No.
There's a
No,
reason why
Okay.
it's more expensive.
The one thing I don't like about bacon is that it is way too overpowering, especially when you put it with other things. Like if you have like say like you put bacon on a burger, for instance, a lot of people love that shit, right?
Yeah.
But for me, when bacon is on a burger, all I taste is the fucking bacon.
No,
like
yeah,
I'd rather
yeah.
I'd rather just replace everything with bacon and it'll taste the same.
It's like the nice
don't know
condiment
about
that.
that.
you need.
No,
with the burger.
fuck off.
I
No.
like bacon on my burger because I don't need any ketchup or mayo or fucking whatever on my
Like,
burger.
no,
I just
like,
put,
you want no sauce whatsoever on your burger.
No.
You're a fucking clown, Grant. I actually like.
That's probably why he
This-
likes turkey as well, because
this-
it's like the driest fucking burger
It
you'll
is,
ever
it
have.
is.
This man's like, water this, water that. I want my bacon to be all fat. Just give me the fucking
Give me
fat.
the driest fucking burger and non-tap water,
no,
please. That's
give me literally-
streaky bacon is like
He
far
wants
and
to come
beyond
here-
the better bacon.
What
than,
the
like,
fuck's
back
streaky bacon?
So British bacon is more like it's like 80 to 90% bacon,
Right.
and there's like 10% fat on the edge.
Yeah.
It's like a thicker
And that-
cut
that-
too, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's thicker.
yeah.
And like as a kid, I would hate British bacon because I would just like eat the bacon parts first and then like save all the fatty part for later because that was the best tasting
Well, so you
part.
just eat fat on its own.
And
You're actually disgusting.
Because it
You
wasn't.
would save fat and just eat
It wasn't the fat part. It was the fat with like the little piece of meat in there. And then I realized that American bacon is just all that. So American bacon is just like the best part of the bacon. Because actually,
We actually had a podcast where you were arguing about food, and then you sit here and tell me you just want to eat fat. Like you just want fat. And I'm supposed to give a fuck about your food opinions.
And this man doesn't eat the crust on a pizza. It's like the fatty part of a bacon is literally the equivalent of how you label a crust on a pizza.
No, it's the fucking opposite because the crust on the pizza tastes like nothing, and the most tastiest part of the bacon is the fatty part. That's
my
why
God.
Americans have figured out the best tasting part of the bacon because they've just taken the streaky bacon, which is the most tastiest part, and
You're
put it
beyond-
all in
we've-
one.
we-
You're
Put it
beyond
all in
saving.
one.
You're beyond saving,
we've
Garnt.
lost this man.
You're beyond
We've lost
saving.
this
Because
man.
if it's just the bacon part, like I've talked about this, the bacon part is just to me like pork is just vanilla beef. We've talked about this, and like the only part that's better is the fatty part of the pork.
listen,
like
when we-
pork belly, pork belly tastes fucking great, and that's mostly fat.
Okay, I admit pork belly's fucking bomb.
Yeah,
Right?
but that's because it's
But that's
also-
because it's cooked differently.
Yeah, and it's also not a very like cheap part.
Yeah.
Like bacon is inherently like
Yeah,
just
that's
shit.
that's an expensive part of the pork.
It's because of the fat. It's,
Yeah, the
it's
fat is
because
good.
it's
Yeah.
because of the fatty content. That's what gives it the flavor.
Yeah, but if you just eat
Because
the
pork by itself,
yeah, but you
I
can
think
get
is a
pork
shit
belly
flavor.
with more meat added.
Yeah.
so you can get chunks where you get a bit like half meat
Yeah.
and then half fat, right?
In the food episode, I agreed with Garnt and said like, oh, beef is like the best, is better than
Because-
pork. But then I thought, I'm like, no, wait,
You can do so much with pork.
Tonkatsu, katsudon, that's all pork.
Beef. All you can do with beef is have a steak. It's so shit.
Yeah.
Like maybe you can make a burger out of the beef. It's literally so limited. Pork. You can every single amazing dish you can think about that normally has meat
Yeah.
is normally pork broth.
I'm finna
pork
jump
something.
over to the other side of the fence here and say
my
pork.
God, I
Yeah.
can't.
And the fact that
No,
you
'cause
the fact that you say that you like streaky bacon over like actual meat just says the reason why you can't
pork,
appreciate
to
good
me,
meat.
pork just
I
tastes,
rest my case, Your
pork
Honor.
just tastes like well done beef.
Oh
And as
my
we all
God, are you
we all
insane?
know,
Are you insane?
nobody fucking likes well done. Because the fucking best part of beef is like the moisture and like it's
Next you'll be saying, "Oh, duck is just a fatty chicken."
How can you say that? They're not even remotely similar in
Oh my
taste.
god.
I've never ever the consistency of the bite is totally different too, Garnt. There's
Every
no-
chef who was watching this episode just had a stroke. They're just like,
anyone who is in your corner probably realizes how much of a fucking clown you are, Garnt.
nah. I'm sticking my corner,
my
man.
God.
Beef is superior to pork.
This man
and
literally- he's
but
literally out of here-
except for bacon. Bacon is the most superior part
Garnt's
of pork.
out here
I
like-
will fuck with bacon every day of my life. There's something. There's something fucking special about hotel duvets and just like getting in like a hotel bed and just feeling like you're in a fucking straitjacket. I don't know, man. I fucking love that feeling.
I don't like when hotels do that. When they fucking
No, yeah, because you get in the bed and you're like, what is this? The world's fucking strongest man for weight
You
pulling?
just have to fucking like shimmy yourself into it.
No,
Right?
I love that feeling. You feel like fucking safe. You feel covered.
No, I feel like I'm in a
I-
straitjacket.
I feel this is my safe zone right now, and no one can fucking touch me. I feel like a moth. I feel like a fucking caterpillar who's like about to fucking.
Okay, what about? Okay, I hate it when they took like half the fucking duvet under the front of the bed.
Yeah.
So you get in it, and it's like you're trying to fucking tow a car when you're pulling this shit out. You're like this on the bed, like.
No, I just like shimmy myself in, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm back in my mom's womb right
I can't
now.
even shimmy
Nothing can hurt
myself.
me.
I can't even shimmy myself in. It's like I'm trying to get into pants five sizes too small. It's just like fuck, I can't get in.
I literally had this problem recently, which is like why I get reminded why I really don't fucking like winter, right? So unlike these boys, I fucking hate the cold and I hate
love the
winter.
cold.
I love the cold.
And like the reason I hate it is because you're in a cold room and you want to get comfortable. So what do? You put on the heater. But I hate the feeling of a stuffy room.
Right.
Like this room's
Have
getting
you-
a bit.
have you
You're from a
considered-
stuffy country though.
Have
No,
you,
but
have you
there's a-
considered wearing another item of clothing? Then?
No,
Perhaps
no,
a jumper or hoodie.
No, because there's a problem because if you wear like a fucking jumper or something and the
Yeah.
room's cold, then your fucking hands are cold. And like I'm just trying to
It
work.
is not that cold.
It is
It
no,
is not
it
that
can get
cold.
that cold
Do you,
sometimes in
like,
winter.
does the blood circulate to your fingers enough, or?
Like, yeah, my fucking feet. Like before we turned on this heater, my fucking feet were ice cold, man. I am not joking.
It's really not that cold.
I
Are you
get
a
cold
fucking
limbs.
lizard with your body? Like what the fuck?
No, my body was just not built for the cold, and there's nothing more uncomfortable for me
Built
than just
different in the opposite.
than just a stuffy room. Because like sometimes I'm like maybe I'm getting ill, and then I realize I go outside, and it's because the room's so stuffy that I haven't realized how uncomfortable I'm feeling.
But that's why I very rarely turn on the heater unless it's like a seriously cold. Because for me, it's like if I'm cold, I'll just wear another layer of clothing, and then A, the room isn't stuffy, and B, I'm warm.
But also, it's really easy to make a room not stuffy. You just open a window for like 1 minute after you've heated the room up. It
Yeah.
won't be cold after one.
Yeah, but then after you open the window, then it gets cold again, and
Not
then
in, like,
and
1
then the
minute.
cycle continues.
Not in 1
Then-
minute.
There is like never
No,
there is never like a perfect temperature that I'm like happy with when it's winter. Because if I need to like artificially warm it up,
Yeah.
then either it's going to be too stuffy or I'm going to be too cold. There is no in
But
between.
there's something so nice about being in a warm room, knowing it's freezing outside.
Yeah,
There's
I
something
agree.
that's so magical about that.
It's like going to bed in a thunderstorm, right? Like there's something comforting about it.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys can
Like,
relate to
no.
that.
I just gave you like the 1,000-yard stare. Like you were like, yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about.
No, I like it. I like it. I know what you mean. It's like it's just like white noise outside.
Yeah,
Quite nice.
there's something comforting about like outside is fucked right now, but I'm safe inside, dry
Like-
and warm.
Some of the best sleeps I've had have been like camping on the floor, but because it's so fucking freezing outside and you're in your little like worm cocoon,
Yeah.
it's so nice.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
agree.
oh, yeah.
I agree.
I just like being comfortable existing, I guess. I don't want to do anything to make my existence more comfortable. I just like being in a room and being like, okay, I can do whatever I want.
I think you just spoke on behalf of all humanity. I just want a comfortable existence.
I just want to be.
He just wants to fucking wear a turtleneck in his room and be a happy boy.
Yeah. Honestly, what's wrong with that?
Even the cheapest ones.
Okay, I don't use the ass washing function of the bidet at all.
Why not?
It just doesn't feel clean.
I don't know. It's clean.
I don't know.
It's the cleanest thing in the toilet.
It does not.
You are kidding me.
Okay, so you.
This is like going to space and being like, yeah, I never looked out the window.
Bidet,
why would I look out the window?
So like you bidet your ass, right? You got the water shooting up your ass, and then you stop it, and then you just got wet ass cheeks.
So you get some of the toilet paper and you just dry it a little bit.
Yeah, you dry it off.
Yeah. Because like you need the toilet paper, but it doesn't feel clean without that wipe. Like
but some of them.
That's why you have to wipe.
Some of them have dryers, and those are pretty good.
No.
Have you tried? Guys?
I have tried.
Fuck off.
I have tried.
No. Okay, yeah, because there's a difference between wiping to dry your. Why are we talking about this? There's a difference between wiping to dry your ass and wiping to get the shit out.
Yeah.
They're very different types of wipes, right?
One is like a deep wipe, and the other is like a shallow wipe.
One is an excavation.
Look.
The other is a pat down.
Look. Toilet papers were not designed to wipe wet asses.
No, because your ass isn't the fucking like Amazon River, dude. It's a little moist.
Yeah.
Just
So
wipe that shit
what I
dry.
hate is when you have a wet ass after bidet, you go to wipe it and the toilet paper just fucking disintegrates on your hand.
Bro, what are you using?
How much water are you fucking like using?
Okay,
Look.
how much water can your asshole in vertical position contain?
It doesn't matter.
Second of all,
it's fucking toilet paper.
what ply are you using, Garnt? What ply are you using? One ply? Fucking sandpaper? What are you using to absorb?
You got to use the double, though.
Bro, double
at least.
minimum. Come on.
No, toilet.
What ply are you using, Garnt?
What's a ply?
How many sheets of paper is used in it?
Yeah,
Bro,
Are you
okay.
using like one square and being
like,
like, shit,
can
I'm
I-
all
can
out?
It doesn't fucking matter,
When you
man.
hold
Anyone
it-
who lives in
it does
Asia,
matter.
anyone who lives in Asia knows that toilet paper here is weak as fuck.
That sounds
It is
broke.
flaccid.
That sounds broke as fuck. You sound broke right now, Garnt. I can't believe how
It
much
is
of a peasant
flat,
joke this is.
I thought because I thought it was just a Thai thing where toilet paper was just like fucking flaccid. No, I moved to Japan and toilet paper here is like fucking weak
No,
as
you
fuck.
can buy the good shit.
Yeah, you get the double ply shit, and then you do like maybe like one wrap around your hand.
Yeah.
That's more than enough to absorb any amount of liquid that's down
you
there.
pile on 3 little sheets.
Yeah.
Right? That's a nice thickness to
Yeah.
it, right? They're 2 ply
Like
minimum.
at least like that thick, and then just get under there, it won't rip.
Good. And yeah.
And your ass is clean and it's dry.
I cannot believe you would come here. Like, 'cause honestly, bidet is in the top 3 things about Japan, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Heated toilet seats, bidets.
The whole shitting experience is top 3.
The whole toilet experience
Is like a top 3 Japanese thing for me, man. Like, it's just great. Like,
Okay, another thing.
I look forward to shitting.
Another thing about bidets as well. Like it shoots up right up your arsehole, right?
That's exactly what I want.
And
Yeah.
then you just feel like you're fucking shitting out water. And so like
How gaped is your asshole? Do
you like goat
Yeah, he's
feet?
like this. Is like just sit
no,
down
there's
on
just,
it, man.
there's just fucking water stuck in your asshole,
bidet.
man.
What? You fucking? Are you like giving yourself like a prostate massage on a bidet? Like
no, it just like
What
it just
the-
naturally because
Do you get water stuck in your anus?
No.
No, I mean, how do you do that? It's your what is
Unless
your
I fucking,
asshole? Are you putting your asshole over the bidet like thing? Like are you putting
Like
it
the
in?
hose?
Yeah, are you putting the hose in?
no, but the stream of water is fucking strong enough.
Put
that,
down.
like,
Put it
yeah,
down. Why you like? Why you probably set it to like fucking pressure hose? Like fucking.
He's
Like,
that's
got
how-
it
that's
to like
how-
public fountain display.
No, because if it's not strong, then it's just a fucking trickle on your ass, and that's not cleaning up shit.
There is called medium. You
yeah,
can get a,
medium.
You need the fucking pressure to fucking clean that shit
Yeah,
off your
usually-
ass. But if it has enough pressure to clean the shit off your ass, then you're getting water stuck in your asshole.
No, you're
There
not.
is no
No,
in
you're
between.
not. No,
There is
you're
no
not.
in between.
No, you're
I
not.
have my bidet is on the fucking max pressure and it's perfect.
Yes.
Because
Same.
because you can feel the shit coming off, and I mean I don't know about you, but my asshole is
Fuck-
normal.
Fucking ironclad arsehole
Yeah.
right here, man.
Just clench it a bit,
Yeah,
and then you'll
I
be
clench.
alright.
I clench
Yeah.
up a
No,
little
because
bit.
if you clench, then you're not fucking cleaning it properly.
Yes,
just-
you
You're
are.
clenching when you're shitting. What do you mean? Wait, you're not cleaning it properly when you clench? Of course you are.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like clench? Wait, you clench when you fucking bidet that shit?
As in like
A little bit.
pucker up
Yeah,
your
pucker
asshole
up
a little bit.
Again, I'm not. Garnt is like, relax my anus, allow the water to flow in. Like, what are you
You're
doing?
like giving yourself a fucking like
Wait, no,
bidet enema, like.
That's what it feels like. It honestly feels like I'm taking a fucking bidet enema every
You are doing
time.
this totally wrong, Garnt.
Oh my god.
Wait, because I don't clench when I shit.
What do you mean?
What?
What, you're just like, I let gravity do its work.
What is
No,
this,
like-
a fun slip and slide your asshole? How is this shit coming out?
How lubed up is your
what do you
asshole?
mean by clench? You just mean push?
Yeah.
Punch. That's the same thing normally.
No,
Like,
okay, that doesn't help with the bidet. It still goes up the fucking asshole, even if you fucking push that shit out. man.
we need an anatomy of your asshole.
Yeah,
like,
I
just,
need.
like,
We
can
need.
we get an X-ray of your
yeah,
asshole
we need like.
so we can see
Can we
what's
get
going
like
on?
bidet cam just to see like what, like how fucking loose your asshole is when it gets bidet? Like,
I just don't like the feeling of like water on my ass, and I don't know. It
so
just-
wait, what about in the shower?
Yeah, what do you clean your ass with?
No, okay. So you know when
Do you clean your ass, Garnt?
Yeah, I clean my fucking
do you
ass.
clean your ass?
You talked about the sweaty feeling
Swamp
in your
ass.
asshole. Yeah,
Yeah.
swamp ass.
Yeah.
If I get swamp ass, I just take a fucking shower, man. I don't even
A
bidet
whole
that shit.
shower?
Yeah, I fucking.
That's so unnecessary.
I can take 3 showers a
God
day
takes
if I
one
need to.
shit, it goes home. He's like, "Fuck, got to shower now,
Yeah.
man."
Honestly, like sometimes if I want to feel clean after a shit, I just take a fucking shower, man. Quick five minute.
What are you doing in these toilets? Garnt is that one dude who, when you leave some public restrooms, it's like a fucking war zone.
Yeah.
like that must be gone. That is
No,
not how.
no.
There's shit everywhere, shit on the wall. It's like that is gone. It's gone going in the
It's
restroom.
like shit in places you didn't think shit would end up.
Garnt's
No,
like-
I'm not.
Garnt-
It's the fucking opposite, man.
Garnt's like, why would I use a bidet when it can't reach the wall?
My shits, my shits are like the cleanest shits, you know.
Fuck off.
They are.
There's no such thing as a clean shit.
Wait, so
Okay, no. Have you never had like the perfect shit?
the no wipes, yeah. Okay.
like
The swish, as I call it.
the perfect shit, which is just like you just shit out a log, and it's like one
Yeah.
solid clean log, and then you look at it, and it's like no wipe. You look at it, and you're just
yeah.
like, man, that's a fucking piece of art right there.
In my family, we call that the swish because it
Man,
doesn't touch the sides.
Man, I hope no one's eating during this episode.
It's like, yo, I just did a swish right there, man.
You don't need a fucking bidet after you did that fucking swish, man.
I mean, I
To
still
me-
like it though. I still do it anyway because it feels good.
To me, that is like the equivalent, right, of coming to Japan and just being like, yeah, man, I just ate only KFC and Burger King.
Yeah.
It's like you've wasted the true potential of Japan. Like, what have you done? Like, it is on par, honestly, with food to me about Japan. Like, food's amazing, and the shitting experience is also godlike. I actually look forward to taking a shit. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to crack open the bidet and just feel amazing.
Crack open the-
Crack open the
Crack open a bidet with the boys.
crack open the bidet, you know, and just have a great fucking time.
Yeah.
You shit for pleasure.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I do. Honestly, I used to shit because it was a bodily function. Now I look forward to my shits.
Yeah.
Because it's Japan. And they figured out how to make shitting an enjoyable experience.
I mean, I look forward to shitting for like other reasons. Like the bidet is just like
What's
not
the other
one of
reason? What, did you have a warm ass?
Yeah, well, one, I have warm ass, and there's like 2 fucking sacred places for me, and one is the shower, and the other one is when I'm taking a shit.
Right, no,
Like,
I-
probably like my channel wouldn't exist if I couldn't shit or shower.
What,
'Cause
you having
where
a-
the fuck am I going to get my ideas from?
Are you having fucking existential crisis in the toilet?
Fuck yes, I am. Who doesn't? Do you not?
No, because taking a shit for me is enjoyable.
Yeah, I have a great time.
That's the reason. Like, people think that I take such a long time to shit because I'm having like a mental breakdown time. No, I'm just having a fucking great
No,
time. I'm just like, why would I leave early when I'm having this much fun right here? It's so fun.
I fucking love shitting. Bidets are just, I don't know. In Thailand, we have like an even worse thing, which is like it's like a self bidet, right? So in like most Southeast Asian countries, we don't have like the auto on your ass bidets. We have like a little like a shower head, like a mini shower head that you have to like put between your legs.
Oh, some European countries have that too, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
the
sure.
little bowl, the thing that, like the little bowl next to it, or you do it in the toilet itself?
in the
No, in the- in the-
it's like,
in the-
it's
in
like
the
the little
toilet.
bowl thing, but
In the
without
toilet
the bowl.
itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And at that point, like, I don't know, I've always hated that feeling because then you just get wet balls.
That's
And-
too much because the bidet is precise with where it aims,
Yeah.
right? And when you've used your own bidet long enough, you know where to
The
aim.
bidet is like sniping your
Yeah,
asshole.
you know
Like,
where to aim
You know
your
where it's gonna
cheek,
go. Yeah.
and you know the radius of which it'll spray.
yeah, yeah.
Pokemon wasn't that great. I was the Digimon kid. Digimon, the first movie, was fucking brilliant.
Digimon
had
Kid
an
is-
amazing
is-
soundtrack.
The Digimon kid is like the OG neighbor's kid.
But the Mewtwo movie,
Yeah, that's good. That's
that
good.
had fucking Mewtwo was a fantastic fucking character. Like, you could relate to that guy so fucking hard. And then, you know, with the whole, like, you can't tell me that you didn't cry. I don't know when you watched the first Pokemon movie. You can't tell me you didn't cry with the Pikachu crying scene.
I never gave a shit about Pikachu,
You're
man.
dead to me,
man. I never gave a shit about Ash. Fucking, it's a loud fucking yellow rat, guys. Get over yourself.
I just can't get over the fact that you unironically like Orima.
Okay.
Like, for the longest time,
what is Orimo about? I thought it was like the child
incest.
One. Yeah, that's it, right?
It's not about incest.
It is about
incest. Just happens in it.
It is
it's
about,
not about. There's a key fucking difference between the two, Mister.
It is about incest and best girl getting cocked. That's what that show's about.
You can't just say there's incest in it like it's like a scent of a flavor. Like, you can't just drop that in there and be like, oh, there's also incest in it. Like, what? What do you mean? Is this a small thing, incest to you?
It is something. Okay, so let me defend this.
Incest 4K edition.
I'm a fucking do it, man. I'm a fucking do it. I don't care if this watch this clip get me cancelled in like 4 years or like fuck 4 years. Watch this clip get
4 minutes.
Get me cancelled in like 1 month. You know what I mean? Okay. Everyone forgets that Orimo was a legitimately good fucking show when it first aired.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there.
It was a
I'm
good
gonna have to stop
show.
you right there.
Like everyone thinks I put Orimo on the same level as something like Eromanga Sensei. No, fucking Eromanga Sensei was trash from episode 1, and it knew it was trash. And Eromanga Sensei is what happens when you take all the trashiest parts of Orimo and put that into a show. Orimo was a nice, wholesome look at otaku culture, and
with incest.
And the thing is, when it was airing, everyone was just like, "Oh yeah, this is a parody of all like the incest light novels and everything like that, right? This is just mocking."
Your Honor, it was but a parody.
Yeah.
I stuck my penis
everyone
in the
thought
a parody.
Everyone thought that it was just taking the piss out of like, you know, the little girl emoto fucking craze happening in anime and light novel. And if you don't watch the final 3 episodes, you can watch the entire series of Orimo and just think that. And then the final 3 episodes happened, and
that sparked an outcry, didn't it?
It sparked an outcry, right? It definitely because the reason it sparked an outcry was because no one was actually expecting it.
Yeah, it went from like 20% incest to 99% incest.
No, it was 100%. It was
100%.
It was 100. There was no percentage that could be shaved off. It went full incest, and it was unapologetic about it.
Fully admit that it went full incest.
No,
yet it's in your top 9 anime.
Because the reason it's okay. I've rewatched it because it is.
You've rewatched it.
Yeah. I've already said I've rewatched everything on this list.
I don't even want to see your porn history.
Because this show, this show is the epitome of everything I love about trashy harem manga and anime.
When you say that, it just sounds like satire. You know what I mean?
It is not.
It sounds like satire.
It is not. Okay, so remember when you went through my anime list and I gave Ikitosen a 2?
Yeah.
So like back when I was a teenager, I was just like,
you couldn't appreciate incest.
Yo, I'm better than this fan service shit. I'm better than this trashy anime. I got good fucking taste.
Right.
This is the show that fucking changed all that. When I was just like, why am I enjoying this so much? Why do I like this fucking filth trash show?
I have shows like that.
Yeah,
like Kiss Sis being a perfect example.
Yeah, I was about to.
I didn't put it in my fucking 3x3 though.
Yeah, this man ain't putting incest in his fucking top 9, Garnt.
In the middle of all places.
I will fucking. That was a legitimate, deliberate choice. I put it in the middle because I'm just like, this show. This single show has probably had the biggest overall effect on my taste in modern anime.
You literally fucking made Orima out to be like the free space in a bingo card. You know what I mean? It's just like, of course I'm going to open this.
I fucking did it. And because it is a fucking trashy anime, right?
Yeah.
There are trashy moments in it. But I think I will defend the point that Orimo wasn't complete trash. There were some legitimately good, heartwarming moments in it, and it wasn't complete. It wasn't all trash. Okay, it wasn't. Eromanga Sensei.
It really was.
Okay,
it wasn't Eromanga Sensei.
You're going to jail, buddy.
Eromanga Sensei is Emo reskinned. That's all it is. And you have to admit to that.
No, I don't.
You have to admit to it.
Eromanga Sensei is the trashiest parts of Orimo concentrated. It is dense Orimo.
Your Honor,
it is
I
dense Orimo.
didn't know she was 12. I'll be honest, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man has the largest anime YouTube channel on the platform.
He also.
And this is what he's saying.
I'm fucking proud of this shit. I literally put this stuff front and center, and I regret nothing.
Get it out of
I
here.
regret fucking nothing.
That is on my computer now, and I can't wait to use it as blackmail.
The point of gender reveal party is to reveal the gender of the baby, right?
Right.
And celebrate that. But like, at which point does like a gender get revealed, and the father's just like, oh, it's a girl? No! Oh, Karen. Get the coat hanger. We're doing it again. Like, what kind of reaction do you expect the father and the mother to have? I didn't want to build my bed so much that I just never go to bed.
Wait, what are you sleeping on?
I sleep on
just a mattress?
Yeah, just a mattress.
What? Do you actually?
Wait,
so you don't have a bed frame at home?
No. I actually, because I actually like it, right? Because
you can get those it's so ghetto. You can get the fucking the low frames, the ones that like literally on the floor.
Isn't it also like really bad for your floor to just have like a mattress on it?
Is it?
Doesn't it get like moldy or whatever?
God,
that the whole
Have you
reason?
looked underneath your mattress?
Isn't that the whole reason for a bed frame? Is to stop like the floor from molding or something?
What if you Google this?
No,
Yeah, can you Google this?
we do have like a bed frame, but it's like one of those literally floor bed frames where it's like you
So
put
it's
it.
just a plank of wood on
Yeah,
there.
so it's basically just a plank of wood on the
That's what I was
floor.
saying. You can get the floor bed frame.
Yeah, and,
so-
and the reason for it was because we when we moved in,
Yeah.
we like slept on a futon at Connors for like a week, and at first Sydney was just like, why would we sleep on the floor? Peasants sleep on the floor, and me being the Asian, like every time I go like to Thailand, I'd always sleep on the floor at my grandma's place, and I'm just like, there's something comforting about sleeping on the floor, and I don't know what it is, but I just realized that whenever we'd go to like onsens or ryokans or whatever, you'd sleep on the futon floors, futon mattresses, and you just get the best night of sleep you have in your life. And I don't know what it is.
I think it might be because like the tatami or the floor or whatever it is you're sleeping on, the hard surface,
Yeah.
it like flattens your back out.
Yeah.
So I guess that just like naturally gives you better sleep or something.
Yeah.
But I agree. Like I get the best sleep in a futon.
Yeah, so like we just decided, why not just fucking sleep on the floor? Peak soda for me is soda with ice, right? Because you have to like you pour it on the ice.
So
and it gets
watered down soda.
Yeah. I do like a little bit watered down soda because like for me, like Coke out of a can, it's so fizzy that you just can't. I don't understand how. It is.
Is your throat made out of paper? Like,
it hurts.
It's fine. It's just fucking gassy as fuck. Like soda, a drink is meant to be refreshing.
You can't tell me after you down like a fully fizzy soda. It doesn't have to be Coke, just any soda. Because I don't drink Coke anymore either.
Yeah.
But like after you like open it, just you hear that like sound, you drink it down, and then you do that massive fucking burp.
The burp was very nice.
It's like the best fucking feeling on the planet.
Normally I'm always willing to try and understand your point, Garnt, but I honestly I don't even know where this is coming from. Like this is weird.
This is coming from.
I've never drank a soda and been like, damn, I wish this was less carbonated.
I wish this
I
was
think
flat.
that would, because like to me, a drink is meant to be refreshing, right?
Yeah.
That's why we drink,
But the
right?
carbonation-
It's meant to
But
be
the
refreshing.
carbonation is supposed to be refreshing.
The carbonation is not refreshing.
It's pretty refreshing.
It's not refreshing.
Well, I can tell
That's
you
like
the
what-
sugared out flat ass soda is
Flat-
definitely not
It's
refreshing.
it's like, I don't like
Coke?
flat soda. I do not like flat soda. Flat soda is awful, right? It's just when it's like on ice, you get a bit of the fizz out, and that's like the perfect amount of carbonation in a soda. That's why. If I drink soda, if I want it to be refreshing, it needs a little bit of ice just to get a bit of that carbonation out. Perfect amount.
Too long. That's what it sounds like. Who taught you this?
This man wants to hydrate no matter what.
The reason I haven't watched Lord of the Rings is, okay, I have watched the first movie, fell asleep, thought it was boring, never came back.
Really?
How old were you?
So when did it come out?
Lord of the
Oh
the
my
first
God.
one, Fellowship of the Ring, came
Yeah.
out in like mid 2000s, right?
Did it? I think it was. Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
It's like 2003 or something.
Yeah,
right?
something like
so
that.
I remember my cousin watching it, and he was
what
like,
year?
"You gotta."
What was it?
Oh, what?
Oh, one. So I must have been
Holy
like.
shit, it's a 20-year-old movie?
So I think I was about like 13, 14 when I attempted to watch it,
Yeah.
and I don't know, like
How can
That's
a
like the
13-year-old
prime time, though, I feel.
this is gonna sound weird from like coming from the isekai guy. I just don't find fantasy all that interesting.
What the fuck? That's all you fucking talk about. That's all you talk about.
Okay.
Watch it now. You like fantasy now.
Bring back Garnt.
Wait,
This
wait,
is
wait,
not
wait,
Garnt.
wait,
Go back and watch it now.
wait.
Yeah.
Anime fantasy, yeah. I fucking fuck with that. Real life fantasy, get this shit out of my face.
Oh my god, what a weeb. What a fucking weeb.
Bro, go watch it. Actually give it a shot.
If it
It's
doesn't have
amazing.
hot anime titties in an isekai world, I don't want it.
Basically.
I appreciate the
Is
honesty.
the main character overpowered? No, Frodo's like, Frodo can't do shit. He just,
That's why it's so good.
That's why it's good, because
That's
he
why.
fights through all of these like insanely impossible to survive
holy
situations
shit, dude.
with the power of friendship, bro.
God, every single movie has just amazing scenes in it.
Dude, Sam, best waifu. I'm just saying right now. He's best waifu, dude. He supports Frodo from start to finish.
What's your
man.
favorite Lord of the Rings movie, Joey?
Probably the third one.
See, this is what I mean. You can say any one of those movies is the best movie, and I'm like, that's totally fair. Like every single
Yeah.
movie is great.
All three movies are fantastic.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I've actually seen the original trilogy a lot of times because someone's always got it on in the background. Someone's
course.
always watching it at some fucking family gathering or
Of
something,
course,
or
of
it's
course.
like playing at Christmas. I don't know why, but someone's always watching it. So I've seen it so many fucking times, and I kind of find it like just boring. It's just a very standard movie with like it's just a. What's original about Star Wars nowadays?
Well, nowadays it's not, because again, like very much like Matrix, it's just
Yeah.
been copied to shit.
Yeah, it's kind of just like the Matrix to me, where it's just to me it's just boring now. It's just a very normal standard movie, and it's just like, yeah, Luke goes on a hero's journey, and Darth Vader is the villain, and yada yada yada.
that's-
Fuck Darth Vader.
Yeah.
You know, like what's scary about someone having asthma? Like fucking.
Also,
I have asthma. Does that make me fucking scary? No. Domestic Girlfriend fucking awoke something in me, man. Like this single show basically dictated my hentai taste from like there's me before Domestic Girlfriend and there's me after Domestic Girlfriend.
so wait, if I'm correct, is
Yeah.
it there's a guy and there's a teacher
Yeah.
and a sister?
Okay. So
That's correct. Is that correct?
Okay,
Is
so
it-
let me break it down for you, okay? So there's this guy who's in love with his teacher, right? And one day he just randomly goes up to a meetup and he meets another girl at a karaoke. What's it called in
Bar.
no, what's the event where
dating.
A mixer.
a mixer. Thank you, Sydney. You know, so he goes to a mixer and he meets this girl. And this girl, for some reason, wants to lose her virginity because she just, at the age where she just like, fuck it, I got nothing better to do.
Doesn't the anime literally open with them like
Yeah,
after
the
having
anime
sex?
literally opens with them just after
Okay.
sex, right?
Yeah.
And so he sleeps with this girl, and then it's who he's just met, and then they say goodbye. And then he goes home, and then he finds out that his dad's getting remarried, and then he meets the family that his dad's getting married to, and it turns out that the mother or his future mother-in-law, his future stepmother, she has two daughters. One is the girl he slept with, and the other is the teacher he's in love with. And that is the premise
Where is
of
the,
this is
where is the
Domestic
incest
Girlfriend.
sign when we
This
need
is
it?
literally this is incest, Garnt, and this is just like what if we made all porn categories into one? This is what it sounds like.
Basically-
this is like
basically-
combine every porn. Where are the laundry machines?
Okay.
Get 4 of them in this house.
Okay, so like I will fully admit that
This is porn.
that the concepts. I mean, yeah, this is a hentai plot. Okay,
This is your kiss, sis.
this.
Let's be
No,
real.
no,
It is.
it's better than the kiss.
It is.
People like when we did the anime 3x3. People were like, why is the Domestic Girlfriend anime not on there? It's because I actually read the manga. I think it's a good fucking manga, and I will defend it till the day I fucking die.
Would you say it's a masterpiece?
I would say, it's a masterpiece in my heart. Okay.
Okay.
No, because like
I understand.
because like what happens is like this
If masterpiece is short for masturbating piece, then yes.
but like okay, what I love about this manga is that it takes the most like the situation is a complete car wreck, and it just turns to a car wreck, to a train wreck, to a fucking nuclear holocaust. Like the layers of how complicated the situation just get stacked on top of each other. But what offsets this is that it's actually a really well written manga. It's like a lot of
Hold
thought.
on, you're being very oxymoronic right now.
Okay. Because a lot of thought was really put into the characters. So the characters actually seem really realistic, and you can kind of like empathize with them, right? What you can't relate to is the fucking situation that they're in. So you put really,
I hope not.
You put actual like realistic characters or well-written characters into this really fucking trashy, wacky situation, and it's like a juxtaposition of just you're actually invested in these characters, but also the stuff that's happening is so wild that you just want to keep reading just to see what happens next. It's like a soap opera, but the characters are actually really like you're really invested in these characters.
I just couldn't get to that point with the anime, honestly.
So what's more of a battle, this or Kingdom? What's more of an epic battle?
It's two different battles, isn't it?
Which is the bigger battle?
I don't know which one's more five-head, man.
One of them is like you're physically getting hurt battle. The other is like chipping away at your brain. Yeah.
Okay, because like the anime is the really what the anime did is that it just took all the trashy moments in the manga without any of the character moments and just put them and just speed ran it.
So it made a bad porno.
Huh?
It made a bad porno.
Yeah, but it made a bad porno.
Okay.
I mean, what porno doesn't have character development? Well, how can I get invested?
Most of them.
A good one.
Living in Japan has made me change my opinion. Because
before
before moving to Japan or before like moving out of England,
totally unrelated.
Actually, it's not totally unrelated because before moving to Japan or moving out of England, my favorite season was summer. Okay.
Yeah.
I was
We've
the summer
discussed
kid.
this in the podcast before, and we were
Have we?
yeah, or maybe it was just off camera. But
I think it was off camera.
I remember
yeah.
we were like talking about because I think you and I both like the winter, much more.
No, winter's worst season.
Lots of no, fuck off.
Winter's worst season.
Maybe this should become a conversation that we have every single year. The summer turns around, and everyone's gonna be like, "You guys spoke about this already." I'm like, "It's in my head. Shut up."
No, because like I didn't realize that it's like summers in England are actually pretty good, and that's why summer was my favorite season.
How hot does it get in England?
It's like 25 degrees
That's
Celsius.
not summer.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? That's the thing.
No, it gets hotter than that. Garnt.
It gets hotter for like 1 week.
The summer before we left, right? Yeah, but that 1 week is pure hell because the UK we don't have air conditioning. It just doesn't exist.
True.
In homes.
Yeah, the one time I went to the UK, it was during that week.
It's horrible because
it
you know, at least in Japanese summer, it's like, oh shit, walking outside, fuck, this is it's way worse. But you can just go in any building anywhere, and you're like, oh, cool.
Just instant hard.
They've got the AC running at full blast. Like it's good. But
It's
in
like
the
a
UK,
fucking tundra inside the
you
building.
have no escape in the UK.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
maybe
sure.
the gym has AC, the supermarket probably has it, but like that's it. Like when you go home, you're like, put on the TV.
Yeah, because like, what do you do to cool down in the UK?
Have like 9 fans on you.
So you do have fans.
Yeah, but fans don't do shit.
Yeah, fans don't do shit.
Fans are like
Fans just dissipate the hot air.
fans are placebos of like you're like, yeah, it's definitely doing something. You're like, why am I still sweating so much? Like
I
It
disagree.
doesn't because all it is just taking the stagnant hot air and just moving it around, right?
yeah, occasionally I just like you go up to it, you know, I put my shirt over the fan, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this is true cooling.
That's the best feeling.
That's the
Maybe it's a nostalgia thing for me because growing up or like spending my summers in Thailand, in Thailand we would try to save costs as much as possible, you know. So like the AC is always like the last resort. So that's like when we're literally like dying of heat stroke.
Yeah.
Any other time it's just like, come on, you can survive with a fan. So like I spent most of my like Thailand experience being cooled down by a fan, and AC was just like, okay, if we don't put the AC on, we're probably going to die here. So I think that's why it's like kind of nostalgic for me. Like I kind of like the fan. Like I kind of like the feeling of the fan just on me, but I admit, like if you're not used to it, like I felt sorry when you and Aki visited us in the UK because you had to sleep in my room, and there was
one fan in there.
there was a single fan in like my entire house, and like, Joey, you can have the fan. And I was like, I don't think it actually did anything for you.
It didn't do anything. I was butt fucking naked in your bed. I'm like, I'm still dying. It sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't help, and it doesn't get cool during the night. It's
The
just
fan,
rough.
I get like the whole like fan being nostalgic though, because like I have that exact same thing at my
Oh yeah,
grandma's
suffering
old,
is nostalgic for me.
No,
I
at my
love being
at my
tortured.
grandma's old place in the middle of nowhere in the mountains.
Yeah.
We didn't have AC. It was just because the house was too big to have a single AC unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like also all the doors were always open, so it was always with a fan.
Yeah.
But it's nostalgic, Is it good memories though? No. Like 10 years old.
It's
I
nostalgic.
love just dying slowly.
God,
It's so
I remember the
nostalgic.
time when I almost died of heat stroke at my grandma's house. Good times.
No, but like,
You might be confusing nostalgic with like PTSD. Is it a
I don't know,
fine
it's-
line? I don't know.
I like the feeling of I prefer the feeling of summer over winter, like any day of the week.
bringing
I
it up,
cannot
it's an
number
important
2
aspect.
in public because I need my own private space.
You can't go to the toilet in public.
Number 2.
Why?
I like it's like a last resort, right?
What? Why?
Because I want my own private space, right? I want
What are you doing? Are you shitting on
He's
the walls?
making art.
What are you doing? What are you?
Okay. I don't want a time limit to how long I need to sit on
You
the
don't need
toilet,
to.
okay?
Fuck 'em. They can wait. I don't give a shit. When I wave someone, I understand. Sometimes you have to take the time you take.
Yeah.
I'll complain about it if someone takes 10 minutes to shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. He can take 10 minutes to take a shit.
Well, he doesn't want to be complained at. That's the point.
I'm not going to complain.
I don't wanna
at him.
feel- I don't wanna
I'm going to mutter under my breath when I sit down. Fucking no,
I don't want to feel pressured, you know. I hate it when I feel like
just don't
someone's
feel
waiting.
pressured. Just don't
feel pressured.
You can't. It's not a see-through door. You can't see the fucking line. You're shitting. You're in your own
Don't
bubble.
rush the artist when he's making his art, all right?
Come on, we've all been there. We've all been there.
No, I don't.
You're fucking desperate for the toilet, and you're like, you're fucking searching for any public toilet you can.
Yeah.
Maybe you're in a Starbucks. Maybe you're in a train station,
Yeah.
right? And you go to the toilet, and there's just this one guy who's just taking 3 millennia.
As much as
Is
like,
that you every time?
It's
No,
not,
that's
it's
I
fucking him
I
every
don't
single
want to
time.
be that guy. That's why I'm just like, I'm doing
every
it at
time
home.
I'm like, oh, there's Garnt again.
I want to have a comfortable experience, and I understand that comes. It might take a little more time than I'd like.
Right.
I understand that comes with the fact that someone else is going to want a comfortable experience. I'm going to have to wait. I don't give a shit. Literally, I don't. I will wait to give that shit. I will wait the 5 minutes, the 10 minutes, whatever it be.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, fuck's sake, why take so long? But at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. No, you actually genuinely take 30 minutes to shit. I don't think that's an
Yeah,
understatement.
I actually-
You genuinely, I have
We
never,
get to the point in this office where I legitimately go,
Where's Garnt? Yeah, we go, where's Garnt? And we realize he's been gone for 30 minutes.
Did he go to the
Garnt's on
shops or
no,
something? No,
Garnt's
he's
on
taking
the-
a shit.
Okay, but like I'm not just sitting there for no reason. Okay, I don't.
What part of this is take? Can you explain which aspect takes 30 minutes? I'm
Are
genuinely
you
curious.
performing like alchemy in there? Like, why is it taking so long?
I don't know. Sometimes like I just feel uncomfortable if I don't feel completely empty. I need to feel completely empty before I feel comfortable stopping the process. Right?
That is the fucking stupidest shit.
What are you talking about?
Sometimes you're just not going to empty up, man. You just got to get on with your
You're going to
day.
be sitting
Go
there.
back later.
You're literally going to be sitting there all day.
Just go back
I'm
later.
completely fine with that.
Oh
you
my
know?
Have you
God.
not considered you don't have a limit to how many shits you can take a day, you know? Like you can, if you take a shit, you get up and you go, oh,
You can just come back later.
About an hour later, you're like, oh, I'm a bit full again. You can go back.
Yeah, but
Unlike video games, you can pause. You can
Yeah,
come back.
why do you have to be like, this is the only shit I can take for the day. I gotta empty out when I can.
Okay. like it's like
You're not a dog.
You've nerfed yourself. You've nerfed yourself.
How have I nerfed myself?
I have that feeling, right, where I'm not fully empty. I'm like, Shogun, get on with the day, man. I'll come back later and
I
finish
take
the
like
job.
2 to 3 shits a day on average.
Yeah, me too.
Just because like I know, like I'm just like in and out. If I'm still full, it's all right. I'll be back in an hour.
You can tell within like 2 pushes if it's coming or not. Like, you do not need
You
to
don't want to
wait.
strain that shit.
You're like,
You do
you're
not need to wait. man.
You're depraving a good fucking experience.
Bro, your
okay?
I'm
ass,
sorry.
I'm-
Your ass muscle is probably the strongest
I'm so-
fucking thing in existence. The amount you've probably worked that thing out is probably insane.
I'm
you could probably
fuck-
crush someone's head with your anus, man. Jesus Christ.
You know, I'm a fucking say it. Sometimes the shits are the highlights of the day.
No.
Sometimes you just need a fucking escape from
Are you
the world.
okay? Like, are your days okay?
My days are fucking good, man.
I just
after
imagine- I just
a good
imagine
shit,
it.
are you kidding me? Sometimes you just need to
just
escape from your man cave. You just need to go on your Twitter.
I just imagine it. He's just 8 hours in the Starbucks, fucking vein bursting in his head. He's like, I gotta go and shit, but I gotta go home. I can't do it here. It's gonna take 1 hour. Ugh.
It's just a black hole is forming in his asshole.
Boneless or bone?
bone.
Boneless.
Boneless, man.
Boneless.
I'm a boneless kind of guy, man. I'm a boneless
Get
kind of guy.
that bone out of there. If I can't
I-
eat it, get it out of my face.
Sometimes I just don't want to go through the process of being like a fucking
Thank
animal
you.
and tearing this shit limb
Thank you.
from limb.
It tastes
I'm
better.
not.
I just
no,
want
it
to
doesn't,
no,
bro.
you're
Better.
full of shit.
You're
You're full of
totally-
shit.
you're
better.
like you're like
You
trying to
are-
play Doom Eternal with this
What
chicken.
are you talking
I do
You
not.
are full of shit.
What are you talking about?
I don't
If
want to
I,
whip.
if I gave you 2 plates, one of them came from a bone chicken, one of them came from a boneless chicken, you would not be able to tell a fucking difference.
You would not.
Guaranteed.
You
I
would
know.
not.
I
You
would.
not.
I would. would.
guarantee you
I
will
would.
not be able. You sound like Maylene right now.
The moisture is there. It's more natural flavor of the chicken. It tastes the
You're full of
texture.
shit.
The texture is better
You're
as
full
well.
of shit.
Everything is better
The
on a
texture's
boned
better.
chicken.
You sometimes get the veiniest motherfuckers that have
The
been
only
pumping
thing-
steroids into these chickens.
The only thing that is a detriment is the fact that it's a bone chicken. But I will happily pay the price for a better tasting chicken. It's like I don't appreciate 90% of bread because to me 90% of bread tastes the fucking same. You know but it's like when
I'm gonna have to get you to stop right here,
You
bro.
cannot say
I was
that.
on your side until you said that.
That's like me going, bro, every fucking rice and noodle is the fucking same,
Yeah.
bro. Like, it's like, that's just...
Yeah, udon is exactly the same as
Bro, that
fucking
noodle shit, bro.
yeah.
It's like no different from instant noodles, bro.
Yeah.
It's 90% the same.
okay,
you
it's
know?
like 90% of the ramen noodles.
Like, I didn't think you could be racist towards white people, but in that moment, I think you genuinely were. I think that was actually racist towards white people, bro. That was like...
French people clutching their baguettes right now.
French, bro, Germans are losing it right now. That's half of German food, man. Dude, we got to do a trash taste special where we just take Garnt to a German bakery and he just is like, what the fuck? I didn't know you could have 15 different types of
Are you saying
pretzels.
okay? Yeah, are you saying that a pretzel tastes the same as a baguette?
Is pretzel bread?
Oh, what? Scott? What? Yes, it's bread. What? Not the little fucking hard, like cookie-esque ones. It's
Like-
an
like
actual
pretzels.
fucking, a pretzel.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. Okay.
What are you about to say, God?
I'm gonna be honest. A pretzel to me is just a salted baguette. That's what it tastes like to me, right? That's kind of what it tastes like to me. Okay, like to me, bread.
Oh.
Okay, to me, I can't eat
This
bread.
is how World War III began.
To me, I can't eat bread by itself a lot of times. It needs to be flavored, okay? It needs to have some butter on it. Like, for example, a baguette, I need some butter with that baguette a lot of the times, okay? Pretzels, they have salt, okay?
No, you can't just eat a baguette. Like a good baguette.
With butter?
No, just a baguette.
Just eat it by
I
itself.
can't fucking eat a baguette by itself. That's just like...
You've just lost all our
That's way
European
too-
audience this episode, Garnt. You like won the Italians and then threw them away. What the fuck, Garnt?
Even
Are you serious?
No.
Even the Italians are doing this right
Oh,
now.
when you go on a European tour.
No, because
like, fucking actually
because
have
like,
you,
My
like,
Europe.
okay, with the crust, with the crust, you're not eating, it's not like you have the pizza part with the cheese and, and the toppings and everything, and then you have the crust part, right? That's a very small ratio to the whole pizza itself. I can't eat a pizza-sized crust, no matter how good, like,
Bro,
the
I
fucking
could-
stone-baked crust
I can
is.
just chow down on a whole baguette, like straight
Oh,
out. When it's
easy.
good quality, like I don't need
Pretzel
anything.
as well.
Yeah,
like
bro.
if it's
Pretzel.
lightly salted, it's don't even need
I
mustard
don't think
with
you've
that.
had good bread, Garnt. Genuinely,
Yeah.
I think if you had fresh bread, like good bread, I think you'd change your
No,
mind.
fresh bread is good, but
Not like fucking Tesco bread. From
No.
the fucking-
I've had fresh bread, but bread to me
What?
is
What
like
fresh bread. I'm skeptical now. Where have you had this fresh bread?
Okay, so you go.
You
go.
had fresh bread yesterday.
No, that was fucking
Yeah.
great. Could I eat more than just the slice that we got? No. That was too much. And with the slice, I fucking
I'm gonna destroy that whole plate.
I could
No,
have
fuck.
had that.
That's
plate.
like way
Every
too
time I
heavy.
go to an Italian
Okay.
restaurant in
I've
America,
had
Okay.
many meals where
Okay.
I've enjoyed the bread, like an amount where honestly, if the rest of my food didn't come out, I would be happy.
yeah,
with
every
the
time
plate
I
of
go to
bread.
an Italian restaurant in America and they always give you that like the plate of bread, I'm just like more. I need
Yeah.
more. This
Bread-
is not going to
okay,
be enough.
Bread to me is a starter. It is a starter. It is not the meal. You can't just have bread as a meal.
This
right?
man would not
I don't
have
know who I'm
survived-
offending with this take right now, but to me,
the
I can't.
entire Middle Ages.
I can't just
Yeah,
have
peasants in the
I can't
1800s.
I can't just have like pure bread as a meal. I'm pretty sure like
If you were born in the 1700s in Europe, you would be so dead.
I didn't think we were gonna have another
You're like
food
bread
episode, but
for
like.
dinner.
What
the fuck is this?
I feel like
No, okay.
you guys made such a big fucking deal about this pizza thing that I didn't think it was a big deal. And,
Hey, yo,
and
don't
then-
rope me
and
into
this
this
man,
shit,
and
bro.
this man walks in here being like bread is shit.
Okay.
Like straight up. Like what?
okay.
Like you don't even have like a gluten allergy or something or some shit like that. So like behind
I didn't
it.
say bread was shit. I said bread is not a meal.
You said
know?
90% of bread, and I quote, tastes the same.
Okay,
And
Okay, I'm gonna go back on that statement. Okay,
You better recant that
90% of bread does not taste the same.
how much
but,
percent?
Huh?
How much percent?
But I mean, like,
Like an 87.
Name a percent,
okay.
Don.
With bread, I can't have bread as a meal. That's like having pure rice as a meal. Okay.
No, it's
as an
it's
Asian,
different.
I
No.
can't just have a rice as a meal. I know people can just have rice as a meal, but you need
No,
some.
it's different.
You need
It's
some
different.
fucking seasoning on the rice. You know,
It's
you
so-
need
it's
some
so different.
flavoring. You need something to go with the rice because cockroaches can come.
And I realized, I think cereal is better without milk.
Oh God, he said it. Oh, he said it.
And
I'm 50-50 on this one.
Said it. Oh.
I like it with and without.
and I remember just eating one day, and I just said it casually to Sydney, and she looked at me like I just murdered someone.
She just dropped the spoon.
She dropped the spoon in the milk.
Is that really that bad of a take?
I mean, apparently it is.
Like, you know, Weetabix in the UK as a kid, I used to just eat those dry.
I think because
I can understand that because when you put that in milk, it just turns into wet cardboard.
yeah, but like I think it's better without milk. I think that's what angers
It's
people.
my mood, you know. Some days I want, because, you know, it's a fucking challenge having to eat cereal without milk.
It is.
It's like,
Yeah. It's like you're eating Scooby snacks. That's
Well,
basically
like your
what it
dental
is.
workout is insane.
But like I hate it when you pour the milk in, okay, and then the timer starts because
Just pour less than you
Just
need.
pour less milk.
I just pour less than I need.
How much milk are you putting in?
I mean, I'm putting in the
drowning.
normal amount of milk, but
Well,
it's
clearly you're not.
You're
It's getting
not.
too wet.
Yeah, it's getting wet.
well, it's getting soggy. I hate soggy cereal.
You should put a little bit in and then mix it. Like, force it through the milk. There's a technique.
But I also think that waters it down as well. You're having like cinnamon crunch or something, and then I want the cinnamon on the crunch. I want the crunch and the cinnamon together. But like you put the milk in.
Wouldn't putting more milk water it down. Wouldn't putting more milk water it down.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, I'm saying,
I don't
but
want any milk in there because I like the taste of cereal as it is.
But if you just put a little bit of milk, just to wet it.
Yeah,
Just to wet it. Give it a little bit of...
it like brings out the flavor.
I
when it's
literally
in the
put
milk.
like the bare minimum milk if I do, and then I just keep like rinsing it through the milk.
Yeah,
just
that's
to get it
exactly what I
dampened a
do.
little.
So that by the time you finish it, you only have like a tiny pool of milk.
Do you
at the
think it
bottom.
tastes better with the milk in it though?
Well,
Yeah.
I just, because most of the time when it's no milk, I'm like tired by the end of eating it. I'm like,
I mean, not that I really eat a lot of cereal anymore, but
Yeah.
yeah, every time I do feel like a cereal like bowl, I just it's with milk.
I'm not a fan of katsudon.
Really?
Because it's like to me,
What?
to me, part of my like one of my favorite things about tonkatsu is the texture, right? But when you put it under egg, it just like it gets rid of that crunch to it. It's
No,
like,
but like it's
I think-
but that's
I think-
replaced with the fucking amazing like egg and like pork flavor.
like
I
the crunch.
think all that
like
only
the
turns your
crunch.
brain to goop, bro.
No,
What
don't
the fuck
put-
are you-
don't
what
put them in the
fuck are
same
you
category.
talking about, bro? What the fuck?
Like it's that crunch, it's that fresh crunch that just it's just godly. And by putting egg over
If
it,
you get a fresh one, you can get like the crunch with the egg and
Yeah.
the sauce and the onion.
You have the katsudon at Maisen, dude. It has the crunch.
Oh, I can't believe you just
tell you
said
what it
that.
is.
I can't believe you
tell you
just
what
said
tell you what
that.
it is. It's like putting milk in your cereal,
No,
right?
It's like
You get rid of the
katsudon.
texture. I like that crunch. I like that fresh crunch.
Katsudon is better than normal just katsu because you get the egg and the onions are a game changer. But with the rice, because when you get the perfect ratio of meat, egg, rice, and onions in one bite, it's like Food Wars level of like
so
nutting,
hungry.
dude. It's the best. I don't know what Garnt's talking. Garnt's a little baby though. Garnt's like, dude. Garnt asks questions like, "Do you peel your crayons before you eat it?" Like that's what like don't trust Garnt with his opinions.
No. I mean, it's a preference thing. It's a preference.
Of
thing.
course.
To me, the best thing about
Yeah,
tonkatsu
it's a
is that
preference to eat shit,
Is that
Garnt, and that's
fucking
what you
flavor.
do.
No. You dark mode motherfuckers play shit up too much, okay? Hi, I'm a light mode user. Yes, I'm outing myself right now, okay?
That's probably why your eyesight's shit.
Yeah. That's why.
Because you're blinding yourself every night.
I've been blind my entire life. What's it gonna do? Make me more? Make
You're
me
literally like-
make me more blind?
Every time you open up Twitter, it's just like a COD flashbang. It's like,
Oh, block this guy. Come on, it's white. Don't let the viewers.
it is.
Look,
That's
The
why.
only,
Look
the
at
only
this.
people who use light mode are people who just
Psychopaths.
can't get over the 5-second difference of a change to dark mode and be like, it's different. People are like, oh, I don't like it. It's different. Change it back.
No,
Like the moment you use it for one day, you'll be like, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I
Like,
never
use,
went
like-
back.
No,
Yeah.
I have used dark mode on like some apps, and I'm like, I like
what, 10 seconds.
Huh?
10 seconds.
Discord. That's it. My Discord is still dark mode, and I'm like, I don't.
Discord in light mode is unforgivable.
I don't
That's
even
like the worst.
I
offender of
don't
light
even
mode.
know what Discord
that-
light mode looks like.
Okay, Discord light mode just looks ugly. That just looks ugly.
I need to see.
It's horrific.
But like everything else, I've switched to dark mode. And I'm like, I like the brightness.
not-
You know,
you do not use-
I like the brightness.
You
Okay.
do not use Twitter in.
I looked up Discord light mode, and the first thing that came up was
you want-
Discord
do you-
light mode meme.
do you want to check my Twitter? Do you want to?
Oh my god!
So ugly, dude.
Who uses Discord like this?
Yeah, okay,
true.
Discord's ugly.
That's true.
Twitter, I like it in like mode, okay?
I can't remember if there was a few studies or something a while back that was like, it was measuring the impact on which one's better for you, dark or light mode. I couldn't remember if there was a conclusion. I remember that there was something along the lines of what light mode could be better because it's more reminiscent of, say, books or paper.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, Joey, like, you like, I'm in bed, okay? I want to read manga.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? Switch the manga to dark mode? Manga doesn't have a dark mode, you
I
know?
don't read manga on my fucking phone. That's
one
of the big
Joey.
reasons I can't
Okay,
because it's
Joey.
too bright.
And I would argue that a lot of manga is more dark than light. A lot of the drawing is black. Taking
It's
up a lot of
literally
room.
on white paint. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but they fill up
Connor,
most of the shit. They fill up most of the shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you right there.
Read
I
the
was
manga.
on your side until
Read
you
the
said
manga.
that.
Read the manga. It's on white paper, but there's more ink on the paper than white.
What are you talking about? It's a white
It's
background.
arguably more dark than it is light.
Okay, maybe
Think
for
about
something
it.
like Berserk,
There we
but
go.
like,
But tell me Berserk is light.
Berserk is a dark fantasy. Of course, it's gonna have so many fucking like.
but if I'm
Plenty of
reading,
other examples.
but if I'm reading like Pop Team Epic, then that's like mostly white.
Just saying, there's a lot of dark in them. You know, a lot of them have a lot of words taken up.
Well, then I would argue every novel is also the same.
I'm
That's a
pretty
lot of
sure. I'm
words.
pretty sure even the most hardcore light mode person is watching this by now, being like, "No, Connor,
I'm
come
trying
on.
my
Come
best
on,
light mode.
stop,
I don't
Connor, stop." Okay.
Listen, I think there's saying the manga argument is very negligible in terms of is that light mode or not. Because
Well-
there's going to be some. We're not saying dark. We're not fucking nocturnal.
Yeah, who the fuck-
It's not all dark.
the
There's
fuck-
light sources on there.
Yeah,
So
the only way you'd be able to read manga in dark mode is if you just like invert the image.
like what we're trying to say is that generally, like the background and a lot of that stuff is dark, which
Yeah.
is nice and it's better because the phone is backlit. You know.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, because like
Manga's not traditionally
the
backlit.
reason I genuinely like light mode is because
You've
you
never
know,
tried dark mode.
I have tried dark mode.
haven't.
No, okay. The best mode is the one where it switches for you automatically depending on the time of day. Because the thing is, I wake
the
up.
screen dimmer.
Yeah, the screen.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, not the screen dimmer. There's a literal mode that will switch on some apps. That will switch from light mode
never seen
to
this.
dark mode.
like an in-car GPS.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like the best mode, but like I like when I wake up and I just have like the brightness of the screens, okay? One thing, I genuinely.
Welcome to your future, robot slaves.
Look, genuinely, because I'm someone who needs a lot of sunshine. You know, I like my sunshine. I like my brightness. The way my body.
All right, we get it, God. You touch grass.
Okay,
all right.
Yes.
Hold on,
Okay.
hold on.
No, this is. I'm not even touching grass.
Phone screen comparison. Phone light is not even remotely comparable to sunlight.
Yeah, look, I get
Oh,
it.
no.
I get it.
Computer screen,
Bruh,
it
bruh.
fucking makes a difference.
Bro,
Okay. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
God,
yes.
I get it. I also enjoy sunlight, but you know what I do when I want to enjoy sunlight? I fucking go outside and look at sunlight.
Okay.
I open my curtains.
Okay, obviously, you
What are
guys
you-
have.
what are you
Obviously,
gonna
you've
sell?
never lived in England when sometimes it's just like a fucking cloudy day and it's just the most.
still bright.
I
we
will
do not
take.
live in like the northern hemisphere of like Finland in the middle of fucking
I
nowhere
will
during dark
take.
winter. We have light.
I will take any brightness source I can get. The brighter the room is, the happier I am. The more awake I am. The
Again,
more.
that's probably why you're blind. Because you're just flashbanging your eyes every day.
A phone's lightness is not even remotely comparable to a light in, say, like a room, like a ceiling light or anything. It's not even remotely similar.
Do you also take
No,
every
it
selfie
all-
with
it
the
all
flash
makes a
on as
difference.
well?
Sorry?
Do you also take every selfie with the flash on?
No. Okay.
I just
That's got
imagine-
nothing to
You
do
might
with
as
it.
well.
That's
I
got
just
nothing to
imagine
do with
his
it.
office to just be a bunch of fucking phone screens just lighting up the room. Like what? These lights are totally different type of like I do not want the artificial.
It's
light.
like, I want white walls in my room.
Sunlight feels so much nicer than
Sun-
like this light.
Sunlight does feel so much nicer, but sometimes you're in a room where you can't get enough sunlight. Sometimes you're in a place where, you know, there isn't enough natural
Right,
light
right,
and there's
right.
just the lighting on the
And,
ceiling
like,
or the lamps.
The last light I think about getting to fix that problem is my phone.
Is a
light.
phone light,
Okay,
yeah.
I will say having a bright mode on your like PC is much better to me. Like it.
I do.
It feels.
for the argument's sake, I do use Windows light mode.
Yeah.
Because the dark mode, I don't know what they did to it. It looks fucking horrendous.
Really?
Yeah. Do you use it?
I
you
didn't
go,
even know
yeah.
there was a dark mode.
There's
for
a dark. It
Windows.
just doesn't look good. I'm not sure why.
Oh.
Like it's all. Try it. We'll do it later.
Okay.
I mean, what looks bad about light mode? What actually? I don't get why everyone says it looks bad. Okay.
It's like
It's just really.
it's like having like bread from a store and then you don't know a bakery exists out there
don't know
that
what
does
you're
fresh
talking
bread, right? Garnt, right? Garnt, right?
You're really clutching at straws right now, bro.
It does. Light mode does everything. It's a very viable option, but it's just because you don't know about the joyous abilities.
Brother,
of
you could
dark
have just
mode.
said it hurts my eyes.
No, it doesn't. No, because
It does. It hurts my eyes.
I just think dark mode looks
You just have
way
weak
better.
eyes, Joey.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Dark mode just looks
I literally just told
better.
you. I have
Dark
weak
mode
eyes.
looks better. That's why we have After Dark, because it's the better version of trash. Because the dark version of trash taste.
This disgusting. This is light
Listen,
mode dark
I just,
taste. Sorry.
if you a lot of the
Trash
apps
taste.
just like Twitter to me is I can't unsee it as a dark mode app. It when I see it on light mode, I'm like, this is fucking like when you watch those
great.
documentaries and they play all like the millions of tweets that pop up and they
Yeah.
have the white background. I'm like, this is fucking shit.
Bro, we sold more After Dark merch than we did regular Trash Taste merch. Coincidence?
That's it. People like.
I think not. People like dark mode.
people like the vibe, but there
Where's
is
the shirt,
there
Garnt?
is people
Garnt,
who
this is not light.
I know it's not
reflecting.
Well,
enough
you're wearing
light.
the light mode one, man. I
guess so.
You got white there, Connor. What are you doing? Doesn't
I
that
got
hurt your
lavender. I
eyes?
got
Yeah,
lavender.
no,
It's kinda
Doesn't it
dark.
hurt your eyes, Connor?
Connor's wearing like the pale mode.
Yeah, I pale mode. Point is that apps are better in dark mode.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
No. I think there is a sect of us light mode users. We have been oppressed by the dark mode
Okay,
users.
okay.
I'm
at
tweeting
least,
out right
at
now
least
on
tell
Trash
me.
Taste,
Okay.
light of dark mode.
Okay. At
Of
least.
course, dark mode's gonna
Okay.
win.
At least
How
tell
do
me
you know?
that.
How do you know that? How do you know?
Because we're all fucking weebs.
No,
they
pause.
prefer fucking stay in.
No.
They prefer stay in their fucking man caves, right?
Yo, listen. At least tell me, all right? If you're you're in bed, right? Just before you go to bed.
I can't believe I'm not
you're
the
go-
one fighting.
You're
alone
gonna
on this
be.
one. I'm
You're
kind of
gonna,
glad.
you're gonna be. You're gonna be. On your phone,
polls
just like
set.
going through
Right.
Twitter and stuff like that before you go to bed, right? You do that.
Yes.
Okay. How bright do you have your phone?
How bright do I have my
Like
phone?
when it comes to the brightness meter on your phone, right?
Right.
Is it all the way to the top or is it all the way to the bottom or somewhere in between?
Well, I try not to go on my phone if the room is dark.
Yeah. If
the
you're in
roo-
a pitch black room and you want to go on Twitter before you go to bed, how
I
bright is your phone?
Usually don't because
Okay.
like to me like that's one way to just not get to sleep. Right.
Right.
It's not, I try.
It's also one way to have eyesight as well.
Well, okay.
Listen,
okay.
I'm a bed phone enjoyer.
I am as well.
I put my phone next
I
to
put my
bed.
thing. I put my Twitter on dark mode, and I put my brightness
habits.
all the way down.
Bad habits. Bad habits.
Am I guilty of checking my phone? Yeah, sometimes I am.
Yeah, of course.
Your Honor. Okay, I'm guilty. All right,
Yeah, of
okay.
course.
But I sleep like an ox. I sleep great. I have great sleep.
Yeah.
Look, I'm saying it's a good habit. It's just because like it gets your mind in the process of getting to sleep. Healthy habits. Not
you
of
know
course
what?
not
Do
everyone
not
does.
preach
No,
healthy
no.
habits
I am going
from
to-
a guy who uses light mode.
I am going to preach this, okay? I'm preaching this right now, Joey.
Listen, if I have any healthy habits, I'd stop drinking. God, I don't care about that. All right.
If I had healthy habits, I'd stop using
I
light
clearly
mode.
don't care about that.
So you'd rather
But
use.
also, I think that's bullshit, though. What you're saying is the healthiest way is to not look at your phone. What we're arguing is, well, I'm not really. He's arguing. I'm just
Well,
kind of
okay.
helping him out here.
I'm-
Is that you should look at the dark mode if you're going to look.
I'm arguing that the best mode is the mode that switches automatically for you. But if I had a choice between dark mode and light mode, I choose light mode because I don't want to switch manually to light mode every time when I wake up in the morning and see all the
What
brightness.
is it that you don't like about dark mode?
What is it that I don't like about
Yeah.
dark mode? It's not that I don't like dark mode, it's that I prefer light mode.
Well, why do you prefer light mode?
I literally just said because I said because I like the brightness in my life, Joey. I like the light, okay? I go towards the light. I'm a fucking moth, okay? I like the brightness.
Okay, YouTube-
Why is that a bad thing? I like the brightness.
Do you watch
okay?
YouTube in dark or light mode?
Light mode. Fuck off. Everything.
You know, like
Everything. I think everything aside from Discord because I think Discord just is ugly.
Discord is actually war crime. I think we can all agree on that.
YouTube, light mode,
It
everything.
looks so bad in light
What
mode.
is wrong with the light mode? What is wrong with YouTube light mode? Literally,
too white.
The fucking logo has white in it.
You know what
the
I hate?
logo has white in it.
You know what I hate about
yeah, but it's like 3 pixels.
It doesn't matter,
You know-
okay?
You know what I hate about YouTube is that you open it, right? So you open YouTube
Yeah.
and it does. Okay, it did win this time. Sometimes, right? It'll just open white and then turn to dark.
Oh,
And I'm like,
yeah,
YouTube,
yeah,
sort this fucking shit
yeah,
out.
yeah.
I don't want to see a single.
I think they
frame of
fixed
light.
that recently, though.
But a lot of people, it's something you got to consider as well. If you're making thumbnails, you got to make it for dark and light mode. Got to make sure it looks good on both.
I've never thought about
Think about
that.
that. Think about that.
I
Think
don't.
about that.
I don't consider light
So
mode.
do you, so Yeah, when you make your thumbnails, do you actually consider that? No white background, no nothing?
I try not to make it. Yeah, I look at both because I edit in dark mode, so I got to be because people leave on the default, right?
Oh, I just assume no one watches YouTube in light mode.
No, it's default, unfortunately.
Yeah, I
which
know.
means that our calls will never be the best.
Yeah.
Sag.
I just don't. Okay.
People are lazy and they just don't change the defaults because they get used to something and then they're too scared to change it. Like this guy. If he changed it, I guarantee he wouldn't turn
I
it on.
have changed it. I'm saying this is not. Do not lump me with the same people who are still using Internet Explorer because they don't know how to change to fucking Google
What if we
Chrome.
did like
Okay?
a little science experiment? What if you change the dark mode for a week? I'll change the light mode for a week, and at the end we can decide.
And see who has the better eyesight at the end of the
We'll
week.
see if we both.
I mean, I've already lost Joey.
We can see if
No,
we,
can't like improves.
we can, like, see if we convert. You know,
See if we convert.
see if we can convert.
I'm not going to convert. I
So
literally.
he's
Ignorance.
not responding.
Ignorance.
He's not. He doesn't want to.
You're not
Well,
participating in the experiment.
okay. Do you think there is a chance you're going to convert to light mode?
No.
then what's the point of this? There's no point of this experiment.
Well, because I'm trying to help you to act like you're not the only one going through.
He's taking the ball for the team.
I started in light mode, and then ironically I saw the light, and I didn't like it, so I went to the dark, and that's what I'm in now. So I've had the light mode because where I started.
Yeah, I mean, I had the
So
light
I
mode
know-
as well,
I know
and
for
then
a fact
I
I don't
learned
like that
about
shit.
dark mode afterwards, and so I was like, oh, I'll try this new dark mode thing out, and I was like, oh, I much prefer it because it doesn't blind me every morning.
Look, I'm just saying, like, fucking light mode is the pizza crust of the app world, okay? Like, it feels exactly the same where if you choose to use fucking light mode, people act like you've just committed a fucking war crime or something. You know? A war crime against their eyes or something, okay? That's what it feels like, okay?
What do you? All right. What do you think is winning right now in the poll?
Dark mode?
I know it's dark mode winning.
Why do you think it's dark mode?
Because you dark mode guides are so fucking vocal about it.
Dark mode guys!
You dark mode users.
It's
all right?
because I'm sick of being on the fucking train, looking across on the person next to me, and they have fucking light mode beaming in my eyes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
you uncivilized fuck! Use dark mode.
What is
Look! It doesn't matter
Take a
what
guess.
the poll says. All right,
I want to guess 90-10.
What do you think?
probably 90-10. Yeah,
Do you think it's that much?
maybe.
Honestly,
That's what. Okay,
if
that's
you put
what
it- if
I
you-
feel like.
If you put
Okay,
a gun to my head, I'd have been like
that's what I feel
60,
like.
40.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it now?
Well, let me.
How long has the poll been up?
Wait. How many?
3,000 votes.
Okay.
Yeah.
95% dark mode.
You know what?
Holy
Anyone
shit.
who says-
I am fighting for you 5%. You know, if
How many old accounts do you have?
Okay.
Wait.
We have a live trash taste prediction.
Right.
So someone said, okay, which one of the boys uses light mode? Confess your sin. Someone replied, it's Garnt. Connor is going to defend dark mode like his life depends on it. and Joey is going to say, I can see both sides, but prefers dark mode. I feel so called down. Anyone who says light mode is a sociopath.
Look, if there are 500 light mode users in the world, I am one of them.
Our audience
if there
knows
are
us too much and I
100
hate
light
it.
mode users in the world, I am one of them. If there are 10 light mode users in the world, I am one of them. I will defend light mode till my dying breath, okay? I don't care how many of
It
you
feels like you're
guys
stuck in the
are there.
past.
If
Feels
there's
like-
one more of me, I've found a brother,
You need
okay?
to make like an AA meeting, but for light mode users. So like, why didn't we convert? And you just hiss it anytime the light flickers or anything.
We're gonna start a movement. It's a revolution, okay? We're taking back the light mode.
The resistance.
The resistance.
It's one of those things when I realized that dark mode is a thing and I tried it out, I was like, oh, this is much better. It's like having a wrong fitting t-shirt for the longest time, and then you realize, oh, it can feel like this. That's what it felt like to change.
Right.
Like a pair of boxers that didn't quite fit as nicely. But you didn't realize that because they were your only pair for a really long time.
Was the app that convinced you? Was it Discord? Because I swear
For me, it was Twitter.
Twitter.
I started off with Twitter because I think a lot of apps don't even tell you that dark mode exists.
Yeah.
I didn't know it existed.
Me neither.
And then I think I went on Twitter one day and they
Yeah.
showed the dark mode option.
Yeah.
But they had dark, like true dark, and then like the dim dark, like the kind of
Yeah.
navy dark. And I
Yeah.
used that one. Love that one. Looks amazing. And then I thought, what if there's dark mode for other apps? I remember one time I shared my screen on Discord and it was light mode. I didn't even realize dark mode existed. And then all my live stream people were like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You didn't dark?
No, I get because I was exactly the same.
did the
Because
same
it was
thing.
like I saw it on Twitter and I was like, oh, let me try this out. And I was like,
Because, people
looks
screenshot tweets, right?
amazing. Yeah.
And it always looks better
Exactly. And I was like, oh, is that like a plugin or something? What is that?
Have you realized, well, most screenshots you see on Twitter are dark mode?
Yeah.
Of like tweet memes. Dark mode. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Think about the sins.
There's
you
a lot
were
of
committing.
society.
It doesn't matter how many. It does, like I said, it doesn't
We would
matter
have
how many
flying
people
cars if
use
everyone
dark
was
modes.
using dark mode.
I honestly think that like,
Society if everyone used dark mode.
fuck giving people what they want.
That is
Let's
why
just take away.
That is
light
why
mode.
this is the most depressed society we've had in all of history. Okay, this is why this is the depressed
We had
generation.
the Great Depression.
Okay.
We haven't had that yet.
Okay, this is why mental health is such a big deal now. It's because too many people are using dark mode. Please,
because
guys,
I go
you
to my-
get
I
some
go-
brightness in your life.
I go to my Better Help session, and after I lost my job and I used my 3-month coupon as remittance.
It's because people are using light mode to substitute for sunlight.
Social media.
That's why.
It's like I'm trying to grow like a plant in his room, dude. Trying to synthesize while he's
He's
trying
got
to
like
work.
a plane. He's just got his phone up to it. It's just like, come on, grow.
He's like, oh, I can feel the cells getting energy in my body.
Photosynthesis, please.
Can't be like a cannabis plant, bro, trying to grow from artificial light in his house.
Oh my god.
I prefer the later seasons of Game of Thrones.
Fuck off, God. No.
Genuinely.
Okay,
Genuinely?
actually,
Do you know how bad-
I was tired. Right, we've been filming all day. That woke me the fuck up.
Garnt,
What the fuck do you mean, Garnt?
I will tell you how bad of a take that was. I haven't seen a single episode of Game of Thrones, and I know that was a bad
Garnt,
take.
that is no.
That's how I know how much of a bad take that was.
It's like I want the one written by the people who didn't read the book, and I want Ed Sheeran in it, and I want people boosting.
Wait, Ed Sheeran was in it?
Yeah, Ed
Yeah.
Sheeran was in an episode.
Like it is just bad.
Oh my god.
What do you like about that? What? Explain yourself.
Okay.
You're on trial right now.
Okay, I'm on trial right now. Like I said about Breaking Bad, it felt
Okay,
like.
tell me the season it got good first, and then tell me why.
I mean, I think it was always good.
Okay,
right?
when
It was
they-
always good.
But it just got
when
better.
I
yeah.
when I really got invested was around season 6. My favorite season was about season 7. And
Wait,
then
isn't season 7 the one season where like everyone got pissed off?
No, that's season 8.
Oh, that's season 8.
And even
seven,
I'm
oh,
like,
seven
okay,
was-
season 8. Okay, that was
Season 7 shocked.
That was a little blunder. That was a little blunder right there. All right, but I okay, because here's the thing, right? Going back to my Breaking Bad analogy, I know I got the entire world watching me right now. I have got the entire fucking world watching me right now.
And then people will wonder, man,
Yeah.
why is the subreddit spiking all of a sudden? After this episode goes live, you just hear, boom!
I can understand the Breaking Bad take, but this one feels irredeemable.
I
Go
can't
ahead,
wait to
go
read the
ahead, go
comments on this episode.
Okay.
Go on.
Like I said, Game of Thrones seasons 1 to 4 is almost perfect television. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Characters are well written, well defined. The world building is amazing and everything like that. Like I said, seasons 1 to 4, I didn't really have any emotional attachment to
It's
anything.
literally George R. R. Martin's baby at that point.
Yeah.
He did everything at that point.
No, I agree.
So how do you get more attached when fucking HBO takes over with their generic writers?
Because one thing that I fucking love, one aspect I love in any media is when you have different kind of aspects and cultures clashing together, right? That's kind of like why I'm invested in the MCU, where you have, wizards and superheroes and now, fucking cosmic god people all existing within the same universe. And that's because that's what drew me into Game of Thrones originally. And my favorite parts of Game of Thrones was in the later seasons when you finally saw these different worlds that have been built up in seasons 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and stuff like that. You finally saw all these worlds kind of colliding in together and having some really, really cool moments. Is the writing as good? Fuck no, okay? I will fully admit the writing is not as good, but was it fucking badass seeing the Dothraki riding over a hill with a fucking dragon, like fucking burning the Lannisters? Hell yeah, that was bad fucking ass, and I will defend that shit. All right?
I think it built it up so well and then just fucking unraveled the coil and then just threw a bunch of cool battles at us to distract our pretty little brains. I think it squandered everything it built up. I think it was about politics and then it suddenly became about Ed Sheeran and shitty battles and just rushing it.
No, I will totally agree. It was
seasons. Game of Thrones was two completely different shows. I mean, I fully admit it was two completely different shows, and technically, I should, out of like every bone in my body, think that the first 4 seasons are the better ones. But I'm following my heart, and my heart says, "You cool dragons for burning stuff. Ooh, look at the dragons burning the ice zombies. Isn't that so cool?" God,
If you wanted an isekai, Garnt, just go watch a fucking isekai, right?
yes, okay, yes,
Get
okay.
the fuck out of here with this. This shit take. Awful. Actually, shit take.
When do you think Game of Thrones got bad?
Season 5.
Season 5.
Yeah, season 5 where it started to falter.
What happened in season 5 again?
I felt like season 5. No, I can't remember exactly, but
Okay.
I do remember because I'd been watching Game of Thrones weekly since season 3. Season 3 was amazing. Season 4 was just fucking god tier.
Yeah.
One of the most iconic moments in the series.
Yeah.
Just it was like
Like
hitting
season 4, season 3.
Season 4 as well. Had the one fight between the two people. It
Oh.
was very memorable.
Oh yeah.
I love how he just fully understood.
You know. It's
That
very-
scene, I remember that scene actually gave me PTSD. Like,
What?
Yeah.
How?
Seeing a character, and this happens a lot, by the way, but there's one particular scene where you saw a character that you really liked and you got emotionally attached to. Seeing them like get killed off in such a gruesome way, it just actually gave me like an emotional, like guttural reaction.
Yeah,
Just-
me too.
Yeah, and it was
Isn't that a good thing though?
Yeah.
horrible.
No, that's why it's good though.
Yeah, I know. That's
It managed
why
to
it's
get that emotion out of you.
Yeah, I totally agree. It was
Simpsons
great.
ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There are a
And then
couple
it
of
does-
characters who
and
died
then
in
it-
The Simpsons where I'm just like, what the fuck?
And then it doesn't fucking do it again.
Yeah. And then end of season 3 as well. What happened at the end of
Oh my
season 3?
lord,
One of
bro.
the most
Famous as
one
fuck.
of the most iconic TV moments of all time.
Yes.
You know, you've heard of it. You know, you've heard of it. Though. You know,
Yes.
you have heard of it.
Yes.
I
But,
dead ass don't know anything about
No,
Game
I
of
know
Thrones.
you don't, but
The
you've heard
only
of
thing
it.
I know about Game of Thrones is it's Lord of the Rings with tits.
yeah.
No,
Like
That's what people have told me.
like
people are dumb.
yeah. Like I said.
I'm like, you sold me.
like I said, perfect television.
Because Garnt was like, I think the US is more diverse than, say, the UK compared to Australia. I was like, you're full of shit. Like, that's not true at all.
I didn't say that. I said it felt like going from West Coast to East Coast. I felt like going from say LA to New York to me felt more different than going to London to Sydney. I still believe that. I genuinely believe
Should
that.
I be offended as an Australian?
Yes.
Why? Why is that offensive?
Because it's like not even close.
Bro, Australians are a different breed of people.
Yeah.
They're like
I
straight up
don't
different.
think so. I don't think so.
I would
think-
understand the comparison between, say, like Australia and New Zealand. That's
Yeah.
a little more understandable. But
Okay.
like Australia and England, bro,
No,
come
we're
on.
different. We're different. I love chicken tenders so much.
Yeah.
American chicken tenders are like next level.
It is.
They're so good.
It's so good.
We had like chicken tenders at the Nashville hot chicken places. I can't remember which one it was. It was
Also,
like,
the one that like Charlie got us in Tampa as well.
yeah,
Like,
we had
so good.
Oh, bro, they're
know,
nuts, dude.
I'm about to go off, by the way. I'm about to go
Chicken
off.
tenders are so fucking good, dude. in
American,
America.
I have a message for Americans, okay?
Go on.
Because I understand now why these two think all chicken tastes the same. Why is that? Because every time you fucking eat chicken, you only eat chicken tendies. I'm like, there is more to chicken, Americans,
Bro,
than
chicken-
fucking chicken tendies.
chicken
I'm
tendies,
so fucking
bro,
tired
they're
of
so good.
chicken tendies.
They're so good.
I'm like, you guys don't seem to eat anything. Like every time we got like a
Love it.
recommendation for a chicken joint,
chicken
you know,
tendies.
people are like, yo, like Raising Cane's is like so much better, and some people are like, yo, Chick-fil-A is so much better. I'm like, it's all you're just eating
Chick-fil-A
chicken
doesn't do
tendies, man.
They don't do tendies.
Nah,
It's either
Their
tendies
their
or
nuggets are good.
nuggets. I'm like, it's
Chicken tendies are god tier, man. Actually,
Dude, Raising Cane's, shit.
I could eat chicken tendies every single day.
Oh, 100%.
Every single. They're so fucking
100%.
good.
It just-
Honey mustard, those sauces they had, bro, nuts, dude.
it just like annoyed me to no ends. Like every time we'd go to a chicken place, what are we having? Chicken tendies. I'm like, do you not have wings? Do you not have the thighs? Do you not have the fucking do you not have the legs? It's just like there's so much to a chicken. And every time it was like they were like,
like, yo, Raising Cane's god tier. This is so much better than the other place. And I'm like, it's all the fucking same because all you're really judging is the sauce. You're not even judging the fucking chicken.
The
Like
sauce
that's
is
No, the chicken quality was good. It was good quality.
it's like, you know, I think like most of the chicken places we went to, the chicken quality was kind of the same. So the only thing you were kind of judging is like the sauce, right?
The chicken quality at that local Tampa one that Charlie got us was like the chicken itself tasted so much
moist.
better. It was like the perfect moistness. It wasn't too much batter, but there was a shitload of chicken and the sauce. Oh,
But I heard you like Hershey's chocolate. Is this true?
No.
Oh, Sydney said you love Hershey's.
When did she say
is
that?
is love a strong word?
2 days ago.
2 days ago?
Yeah. This is
No,
true.
that's a lie.
Oh, that's slander right there.
I was just like, when did I ever say that?
I was like, Garnt has some awful shit takes, but that'd be up there.
I think I understand why though. Fundamentally, why Garnt was so sick of chicken tendies because he doesn't eat sauce.
I do try the sauce.
So he only has the chicken to
without
judge.
The sauce is like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Don't even bother.
But like, there's so much to chicken. Like here's the thing why I don't like chicken tendies. Okay, or no, it's not like I don't like it, but like I would prefer to have other types of chicken because you remove like one of the best part of the chicken in my mind, which is the skin, because you just like you get rid of the skin.
No,
and there's
crispiness, dude. The crispiness.
The crispy batter is where it's at, bro.
Oh no! Fuck! Like the batter is good. The batter is good, but the batter with like the skin cooked well. That's why you know when you go to KFC and you have like anything but chicken tendies, the best part is the fucking skin.
I will say, sorry, go on.
Yeah, and like there is when we had chicken and waffles and you guys ordered chicken breast with your waffles, that like triggered me to no end.
I did that to trigger you on purpose.
There was like a list of like the only time where these boys had a choice of which part of the chicken they would prefer to have with their meal. They could have ordered breast, they could have ordered wings, they could have ordered thighs, and they ordered like 2 breasts.
Yeah,
two pieces of breast.
To be fair, I chose a breast and a thigh, and I will say the thigh was definitely better in that instance. But chicken tendies is on another level.
I like how clean breast tastes.
Yeah,
compared to thigh.
There, the cut is clean.
Out of context clip. Fuck, there was something else. I just forgot. I'm an idiot. I'm thinking sauce. Think about the sauces. Shit, I had it. I forgot.
Something about chicken tendies.
Something about chicken.
You know what? I think America unequivocally does better than anywhere else.
What?
Chicken wings. Straight up, chicken wings are like ginormous. In the US.
they're roided
I don't know
up.
how the fuck they get. Clearly, something is going wrong. The chicken wings are like that in the US, but I'm not complaining because they're huge. Yeah. They're fucking.
Those chickens are on that.
You get so much meat on the chicken wing. It's insane.
They're on that Creator Clash diet too.
It's insane.
I disagree.
Oh my god.
Where do you think does chicken wings better than the US?
Korea.
No, they're tiny. They're like flimsy little things.
It's not about like the amount of meat. To me,
wouldn't that just be the sauce though?
Yeah, you're just
sorry.
Wouldn't that just be the sauce?
No. It's not the sauce, right? It's like
the yum num chicken.
It's like, you know, it can be a mixture between like the meat to skin ratio, the meat to like
when I order
the batter ratio. You know, I feel like the chicken wings in America, there's like too much meat that it fucks up with the ratio of like the marinade, right? I
love Korean fried wings so much, but goddamn, do those American wings go hard? Like they go so much harder.
I'd say like what I think America does better than anywhere else in the world is barbecue. I was like, I will give American barbecue as the best barbecue in the world. I think America does the best barbecue.
I mean, I really want to try like Caribbean barbecue and that kind of area. Yeah, because I know that they have.
Well, you and I
barbecue.
had like that the Cuban barbecue. Well, it wasn't really barbecue, but it was like kind of barbecue-esque Cuban food in Orlando. Do you remember that? It was like the Cuban restaurant we went to in Miami that was just like nothing but meat. And
that's pretty good.
That place was pretty crazy. I wouldn't say it's barbecue, but it's like barbecue-esque. in terms
But
of like what's there.
No, bro. South Korea has good wings. They have the. I'm sure North Korea has good wings too. I don't know if they have any. There's definitely no meat on those bones though.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that. But
What are you talking about?
Don't get me wrong.
You've been America. You've been in America for too
No,
long. You're like more better.
Yeah,
more
dude.
food equals better.
Dude,
Don't get me wrong.
I order from. Obviously it's in Japan, but a
Yeah.
lot of these a lot of them are like Korean chains that are in Japan. And I ordered a bunch. And dude, they're just too flimsy, bro. There's no meat on the bone. It's just all skin.
I think the one thing I like about a lot of like American chicken wing is that like a lot of the places, at least the ones we went
And
to,
it's not fried chicken.
It's not fried chicken for starters, but like the sauce is like separate to the wing, right? So you can like dip as
I
much
like that.
or as
I like
little
that.
sauce as you want. Whereas the
ranch?
yum yum ranch, whew, but like the yum yum chicken,
doesn't
for
like
example,
sauce.
for example, in South Korea.
It depends on the sauce. I
okay.
do not like ranch.
Okay.
Okay.
You
This is
don't
I
like
don't like
ranch?
ranch. Okay, I
You're
don't
a
like
clown,
ranch.
Garnt. You're a
I
clown.
don't like ranch. That's why I don't belong in
You
America.
married a Midwestern girl. How can you not like ranch?
Is it even possible to not like ranch?
But I'm just like, is there more sauce than just ranch? Because
No,
I'm like,
you don't need anything
They don't
else.
need to be.
I'm not saying there's so much more variety in like other countries. It's not
Okay.
just all about one fucking sauce.
Okay, let's go through it all then. Honey mustard, yeah or no?
Yes. I like
Okay.
honey mustard.
Okay.
Yes.
What else? What other condiments can you eat with a chicken wing?
What other condiments can you eat with a chicken wing?
You don't like barbecue?
I actually do. I mean, I literally just said American barbecue. I think barbecue works better with like beef and pork rather than chicken. Like I said, I prefer like there's a lot of like Thai chicken wings as well with like it's a very sour, spicy sauce.
Right.
I like the Korean chicken wings as well with like a little bit of sweet. I like spicy stuff. Okay?
Buffalo sauce?
I do love buffalo sauce.
Buffalo wings are the goat.
That's the best
I
wings
just
in
don't
America.
want them to drench it too much.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about buffalo sauce. Is like when it's
Sometimes
drenched,
they
it's just too much.
They go too hard.
Well, I don't get it because you drench it in the sauce and you
No,
drench it in the ranch
Yeah,
anyway.
no,
What's
yeah,
the
'cause-
difference?
No,
the
the
ranch-
ranch you need to drench it
Because ranch is great.
because ranch is amazing. I could drink ranch.
It's so good because
buffalo sauce?
you can eat the buffalo sauce and then you want to mix it up. You're like, dip it in some ranch. Give
Yeah,
it a
you
different
can do
flavor.
buffalo and ranch mixture. Bomb.
I'm like, so what I'm understanding here, what I'm understanding is that you guys just really fucking like ranch.
No, but the wings are amazing. The wings, even without the ranch, are way better than anything that you get like here.
Because I'm actually eating meat.
Yeah.
Whereas like in
I disagree.
whereas in
What do you mean?
like
You disagree? It's meat.
No, I said, I think there is like, what was like the biggest wings you got in America? Because I'm thinking about the wings I get in the fucking Midwest, and in the Midwest they are fucking obese. Like
Yeah, they're huge.
They're
these
great.
wings,
Yeah, they're huge.
These wings
I love
are
that.
massive.
Yeah.
That's why it's good.
And
They're
I'm
great.
like, there is like to me like. Well, you guys eat chicken breasts, right? So I'm just kind of realizing you fucking love the white meat. You fucking love
White meat
that
is
shit.
fucking good.
that's what I love chicken.
I like a mixture between like, you know, the skin as well. I like a mixture between having the marinade on it. It's not always about fried. Sometimes you grill it as well.
That's why
And,
I
like,
love like the massive chicken wings though, because there's so much meat on one chicken wing. With one chicken wing, you can like mix and match the sauces around, being like, all right, first bite, I'm gonna put some ranch on it. Second bite,
when they
buffalo.
dry rub it as well
Dry
before,
rubs?
and it's just so good, dude.
Shit.
because okay, do you dip your chicken wings in the sauce?
Sometimes, not every
Sometimes.
time.
Yeah, because to me, chicken wings are like, you know, chicken you dip in the
pre-marinated.
pre-marinated.
Yeah.
Chicken you dip in the sauce is fucking chicken tendies. It's nugs, right?
No,
because
what
there's no
the
bones.
fuck? No.
There's no bones, right? The reason I like bone
No,
chicken.
the one with the bone.
Yeah, the one with
no.
the bone.
Like the drumsticks,
I
you
just
can put
dunk
it,
it
you can
in.
dip it in the sauce.
Oh, you're talking about drumsticks. I thought you were talking about wings.
Yeah, you can do wings as well.
You can
in
do
the
wings
sauce.
as well.
Yeah, but like
Like
that's,
if you can't get it in the container, then you get the container, you like pour it on top,
Or
and
you
then
just, like,
you fucking
yeah.
bite into it.
that's just like
That's good shit.
That's that. I thought that was like the one advantage of having boneless chicken, which is that you can just. It's just.
Yeah, why do you think we love boneless
Yeah,
chicken?
yeah, I love that too.
Because of the convenience.
I can eat everything.
But if the wing is there, then I'm going to be like, well, if there's only wings here, then I'm obviously going to eat it because I like wings as well. But it's a little bit inconvenient for me to have to grab the sauce and pour it on top.
That's it. And I'm just like, the fucking advantage of wings is that normally it's
Whereas
like...
the tendies, I can just get straight into that shit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Good
perfectly
shit.
shaped to fit the container.
So
Like
fucking
normally
good.
the advantage of wings is that it just tastes good by itself. It's already marinated or it's already got sauce
Yeah, but
on it.
I like
you don't
it-
have to dip it in
Yeah,
the sauce.
I like it sometimes with and without. It's just a different flavor. You want to mix it up.
Yeah, you want to mix it up.
It's clown take, Garnt.
What I'm like discovering right now is that these two just they don't care about the taste of the chicken. It's all about the taste of the sauce. You know, that's
What do you mean? No one eats chicken wings with no sauce or dry rub or anything.
Yeah,
on
that's psychotic.
Oh, you there's dry rubs.
it. Yeah, and there's
Like,
something.
yeah.
No, you don't
And you
always.
don't. Literally, the fucking wings we had in the office from
Yeah.
like that mail-in cooked, they were dry rubs.
No, I know. I like that.
Yeah, those were good.
I'm not arguing against that. I'm saying
Yeah.
sometimes you want to put more sauce on it.
Yeah.
Why is this so hard to comprehend?
Sometimes I want to. I like the option of wanting to
Additional
pick and
sauce.
choose if I want extra sauce or not. Sometimes, I'm in the mood where I'm like, I don't need the extra sauce because it
Yeah.
already tastes good enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want a little more.
Yeah.
But like what I'm trying to say is what I think good wings are, what I think good chicken is that it should taste good, by itself. If you are putting too much sauce in it, then you're not really judging the chicken, you're judging the sauce, which is like my biggest pet peeve with a lot of like chicken places.
Well,
in
no,
America.
because
we're
if
not
the chicken,
disagreeing.
because if the chicken wing sucks, no amount of sauce is going to save it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat it.
I think we like the taste of the chicken. We just like it to also then be enhanced.
Yeah, I already like the taste of the chicken, but with the sauce, it's like an added bonus.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if the chicken wing sucks, no amount of ranch is going to save that shit.
I don't know, man. With the amount of ranch I see Americans put on their chicken wings, it just seems like putting a shit ton of ranch is not a choice. It's the default, and that's one thing.
And you know what? I'm glad.
That's what I saw.
Fellow Americans.
That's what I saw.
Ranch.
It's not even about how good the wings are. It's about how much sauce you put on it. And I'm just
There were
like,
multiple times throughout the tour where all I had to say was ranch, and I got an entire crowd chanting.
Everyone loves ranch.
Everyone loves ranch.
It's
in
fucking
America.
awesome.
It's great.
I don't like ranch.
Well, luckily you're not everybody, Garnt.
Yeah, because the way I see the Pokemon franchise in my mind, it's kind of like the same way isekai is for anime, where it's iterations of the same idea.
That's
and
offensive.
Well, okay, tell me if you like it,
I don't
then
know.
you
I don't know
can
who's
you can
offended
eat.
more by that. I think they're both pretty.
I was
fucking
gonna say
lazy.
something like it's a lot like Game of Thrones, where it's like if you're like 6-7.
Wait, hold on.
In the sense of like how the fan base works, where it's like, okay, if you're already 6 or 7 seasons in, you might as well just fucking finish the rest at that point.
Well, they're all like different games, though.
hold
What
up,
are you talking about?
hold up, I
Game
gotta
of
call
Thrones
cap
is like
on this.
one continuing.
Hold up. What the fuck?
This is coming from someone who's never seen Game of Thrones, by the way.
What the fuck are you talking about, Joey?
What I mean is, if you, it's a lot like any long form TV series where it's got multiple series, right, or multiple seasons. Where like, okay, you enjoyed the first couple of ones, okay, maybe the third or fourth one slightly starting to go downhill, but you're already committed at this point. You might as well just see it till the end.
I don't agree with this. But also, I wouldn't say it's like the Game of Thrones analogy. I'd say it's more like it's independent series, right? So there's no ongoing story.
Isekai.
No,
It's okay.
no,
Let me
because Isekai is not the same Isekai series, right? It's not like we've done. This is one guy in the same world in a smartphone, and then there's a different story with a different cast of characters.
Oh, it's like it's like iterations of the same kind of formula. Because like I remember Connor saying that he fell asleep during like the middle portion of Avatar and didn't miss anything, and I'm just like, Connor monkey moment. And I remember sitting there 3 hours in, and I'm like, fuck, I wish I fell asleep during the middle.
the middle is straight up like nothing. Like you don't need to be awake for it. I'm like at all.
Yeah, because I'm like, because I remember during the middle portion, which was I think the portion that really like that was the portion that was like the hardest to get through for me. And
Where you chose to,
before
they
I
basically
start,
just remake Avatar 1, but with a new Navi.
before I start shitting on Avatar, I don't think it's a bad film.
No, but it's not like the absolute masterpiece, whatever.
I don't think it's a bad film. I just walked out of it being like, fuck, man. That was 3 hours of my life, man. Holy shit, that was a long 3 hours of my life because the middle portion was a very, very nice tech demo.
is what I felt. It had some of like the most breathtaking shots I've seen in film, especially in the cinema. But I'm just like, this is a fucking Sony Bravia tech demo that I'm seeing just to show how good the TV is right now.
I mean, I stand by what I said. I just think it's a solid movie. The visuals carry a lot of that, and the story's just kind of meh.
Yeah, because like
I don't really care much for the characters.
Because I was thinking, I really want to like Avatar.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because like if like I was looking at it and I'm just like, this is almost an isekai. You know, this is almost an isekai. This should be my film, you know. Joey, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, Joey. It just doesn't have the reincarnation bit. But he fucking wakes up in another world. He's a totally different being.
It doesn't have the reincarnation bit, therefore it is nothing like an isekai.
Did you like the characters? Did you like that it was all blue people? Did you
You're a fan of blue people?
I fucking hate blue.
Okay, here's my biggest problem with Avatar 2. It wasn't so much the story, it was the fact that it was 3 hours long. Okay. Right. Because I think round about 30 minutes in, I was like, I think I know every major story beat that's going to happen in this story.
Yeah.
And I was completely right. Everything I thought was going to happen just happened. So so in my mind, I was just like, okay, I know we need to set up the bad guy and we need to like do this and it's like a fish out of water. But I'm just here for I knew all of this was going to happen. So in my mind, I was like kind of like subconsciously wanting it to rush itself to be like, okay, I know what's going to happen. Can we just get to the payoff that I know you are setting up? Because I know what you need to do to like set up the bad guy and set up the action scenes and something like that. I'm just like, can we just get to the action scenes faster? And I don't feel like the story kind of was good enough to be 3 hours long to keep me engaged the entire time to get to the payoff, which was like fucking 2 hours in. And by that point, I was already mentally very fatigued. So I was, I think fatigued is the right word because I felt fatigued watching the middle portion of Avatar 2. Do you know what I felt like? It felt like a TV series more than it did a film in some sense.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, because if this was a TV series, I think I would have enjoyed it more because if it was like 3 hour-long episodes versus just marathoning 3 episodes at once. I could have like taken a break and something like that.
Yeah, you basically watched about 6 to 7 episodes of anime, like back to back.
Yeah, right.
If you think about it, you almost binged a series, like a season.
Basically, I watched a season-long. I watched a season-long anime.
You could watch all of Golden Boy in that time. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because I feel like I could see what he was trying to do with kind of setting up this family drama and stuff like that. And I really, really want to be invested in this world because one thing I will say is that it truly got me immersed in this world of Avatar. One thing that I think Avatar's biggest strength is every time I watched an iteration of the film, you totally get immersed in this world that James Cameron has like set up. And I think it's like truly amazing that he can get you to like kind of like immerse you this deeply because I don't think I can think of another film that immerses me this deeply into another world. I just wish the story was a bit more exciting.
Did you feel that way about Dune? Did you feel that way?
I felt that way about Dune as well.
Right.
I like Dune a lot.
Yeah, and Dune was pretty long as well, wasn't it?
Like 2 and 2
I think it was just over
hours?
2. Just over 2.
It was about 2 hours.
It was about 2 hours. I don't know, like Dune didn't feel as long, even though I don't think it had as many like action set pieces as Avatar
not that much happened in the Dune movie. It's kind of just setting up the worlds. But I mean, it's fucking epic.
I mean, it was only the first third of the first book, right?
Yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah, because I think the difference between Dune and Avatar is that they both have like very, very interesting worlds. Avatar just chooses to focus on none of the stuff I think is interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Avatar's like set. Like I think the entire like background premise of Avatar is really fucking interesting. Like you have this world where Earth is dying. And I'm going to slightly spoil Avatar 2. But the main villain from Avatar 1 comes back.
Okay.
Because what happens is
like that.
Yeah. I didn't like the fact that this was such an interesting concept that they just did not fucking utilize at all. So what happens is the main villain from Avatar 1 comes back, and that's because just before his final like suicide mission, he stored his memories and sent his memories back to Earth to be.
Was this like the Matrix?
Yeah, kind of. So
they
like
made him
he,
into an avatar.
yeah. So his memories is implanted in this new avatar, right?
Oh, okay.
I don't think this is a spoiler because this is literally in the trailer. And that to me, that's a fucking interesting concept.
that's cool.
The kind of morality of being like, oh, I'm a new human being who's kind of a clone of this original one, but not really.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there are so many interesting fucking avenues you could take with just his like. Just being a person that is kind of a clone that has woken up in a fucking alien body.
They could have gone down like the Ghost in the Shell route.
Yeah. And then he was just like, yeah, I'm not the same person, but I am. Okay, moving on. Bad person. Okay, I'm gonna shoot all the blue people now. And I'm like, fucking hell, man.
He doesn't question.
He doesn't question anything.
he's
And I'm like, yo, if I woke up as like,
I guess that's like maybe his personality. That would be the argument.
He's
where
so
he doesn't,
jaded that it doesn't even cross his mind.
He's so militarily focused that
Yeah,
he doesn't.
yeah.
I don't know. To be frank, I wanted him to kill the kids. I did not like the kids at all. I feel like it's so hard to make kids likable in movies.
Yeah.
Because, they're kids. They're little shits.
Yeah.
But my God, I had no interest in Jake Sully's children. I just did not care.
No, I agree. I think one of the things that I really noticed was that it was 3 hours long. And I
2 hours about fucking kids.
Yeah, 2 hours about fucking kids. And
Well, not fucking kids, but the fucking
Yeah,
kids.
bro, rephrase that, please.
two hours about the kids, and somehow in the 2 hours, I think because the cast was so big, it just didn't give me enough time. It didn't give me enough time to care about the kids. I don't know. Maybe they just weren't likable. I don't know.
With their personalities, there's no amount of time would make me like them. Right. I just don't care.
Yeah.
I just didn't care. That's my verdict.
Yeah, it's such an interesting, amazing sci-fi world that James Cameron has set up, and it just.
God, I wish James Cameron just made something else.
I wish so too. I think James Cameron has like a hard-on for water. I don't know. Something.
Apparently, this movie has to break $2 billion to break even.
Yeah, which it's looking like
probably
since
will.
last time, it's doing pretty well.
What's it? It's like 1.7 bill right now, I think.
Yeah.
Something like
Isn't that insane though? Just to get $2 billion to break even.
Yeah.
What an insane number.
God damn, man.
Yeah, but have you seen James Cameron is like an incredible filmmaker, and I really like. If anyone has seen the behind the scenes of
Oh no, it's
The
insane.
Abyss,
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, it's fucking insane that the amount of times he's just like wanted to do something that doesn't exist. So he's like, I'm just gonna invent the technology to do it, just because I want to do it in my film. And then this technology just ends up revolutionizing the entire fucking film industry. I'm like,
He's
what
like,
the fuck?
again, this is no slight on him as a director. He is clearly an extremely talented guy and a genius at making films and technology. But man, I just don't care about Avatar.
We're mostly bashing the writers.
I will still watch Avatar 3 when it comes out, only to see. I've watched both these films, so I guess I'll just see what happens.
So here's the question: is it worth? After hearing your guys' opinions on it, do you think I should still go and watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
It depends on Avatar 3 and 4. Because I remember
You got to have an opinion on it.
Yeah,
Sure,
I kind of want to have an opinion on it,
you
but
gotta
I
have an
also
opinion.
don't want to waste 3 hours of my life.
because I felt like I'm going to, okay, so I
Should
had
I just watch like a Cliff Notes version of it?
just
Should I just watch clips on YouTube?
go into the movie an hour and a half in.
I'll just be late. I'll spend an hour and a half buying popcorn, getting dinner somewhere, and then I'll just be like, "Oh yeah, I have a movie."
Because
to watch.
goddamn, like some of the imagery in the middle, which in the middle was fucking beautiful. But after about 2 scenes, I was like, okay, I understand now. It's pretty. Can we get back to the story?
Right.
And yeah, I said last time that I don't think the visuals would have, it is the best looking film I've ever seen, but I didn't think the visuals could blow my mind as much as seeing Avatar 1 did. And yeah, that's how I felt. It was good, but nothing didn't blow my mind like the first time I saw Avatar 1. But that's just because film technology just looks so good now.
Yeah,
and it's so hard. James Cameron, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, you've made an incredible world, and it's a world with so much potential for really interesting ideas that you can take the story.
Come on to the podcast.
James Cameron's not fucking coming.
Yeah. Please do,
Keep doing you.
This is my personal opinion. If you could take Avatar 3 and 4 in some other direction other than invading people bad, blue people good, then I would love that, because I really want to get invested into Avatar, and I think he has the potential.
Yeah.
For sure.
You should make an isekai one.
Yeah, can you write an isekai, please?
Yeah. I think that now that I've gone back to Thailand for a month and just reconfigured my mind, I think it's easier to drive in Southeast Asia than it is to drive on like Western roads like America and England. And
You're capping, bro.
I honestly have.
Okay.
I think it's like the equivalent of saying like it's easier to drink a cup noodle by just downing it. You know what I mean? Like it's like
What?
because when all rules go out the window, hell yeah, it's easier to fucking drive because you just fucking show up.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to worry about the lights, where people are. Just do it. Like,
I mean, that's the thing, right? Because I kind of realized this because I've lived in Thailand for about like 4 years before moving to Japan. So I have a lot of driving experience in Thailand. And yes, like the first like day or two that you like drive there, especially when I came back this time, I was like, oh, the roads are fucking terrifying. And then when you get used to it, you kind of like, you feel like every driver just enters a kind of flow state. And that's what it feels like. It feels like the traffic just has its own flow that you kind of like get a feel about when you can go, when someone's going to stop.
I'm listening. I'm just going to Google something.
Really?
Yeah.
Because when we were in Thailand and I was sitting on the back of those cabs, I felt nothing like that at all. There was so many, there were moments where I was in the back of this cab and the so-called flow of traffic was so fucking like start, stop that I was getting sick by the end of it. Maybe it was a shit driver as well, but like...
That's because the driver is in Ultra Instinct and you were still in like your basement, you were the side character. You were like, I can't tell what's going on right now. And the driver was just like, I understand everything.
I was like Yamcha on the back of that car. I'm like, I can't see anything.
All I see is an incoming crash right now. What's going on? But no, yeah, it's because like I realized because driving in Hawaii, like not trying to learn, but sometimes you're unfamiliar with the road.
Yeah.
I was probably the closest to getting into a crash in Hawaii, out of the three of us.
Because you weren't following the rules, Garnt.
I was following the rules. I thought I knew the rules. There was a green light. There was a green light. I thought I could just turn.
I just Googled because I was near certain that like obviously the reason why we have all these goddamn rules is for safety.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and generally, I think in Thailand there's a higher death rate for car crashes.
Of course, yeah.
Well, I mean, like it's why we have all these boring rules and you can't go when you want because more traffic accidents.
But like I feel like it definitely feels less. Obviously, it feels easier, but once you get past, the intimidation of everyone's doing their own thing, it's kind of like comforting to drive there. Maybe I'm just like going back to my bloodline, like I said.
I think you've just been in that situation too many times now, where it's just numbed you because it's like it was definitely not the case with me.
Yeah, I didn't.
I would be fucking shitting myself if I had to drive, especially if I was on a moped in Thailand. Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll do a trip around Vietnam or Thailand or something. Get you a few days on a road.
If I can survive that trip, I can drive anywhere.
Yeah, I feel like okay, so like the stereotype, stereotype we had before that Asians are bad drivers.
Yeah.
I feel like there was some truth to that, and I feel like some of that truth was there weren't bad drivers. They just went by the rules of their home country, which in Western countries counts very much as a bad driver.
It's not that Asian. It's gentrified Asia.
They were just bringing like the Asian culture to America, and Americans are like, what's going on here?
They're bringing MMA rules to a box.
It's not that British people have bad food. It's that they just brought it from other countries.
Exactly.
This is what I think is my personal way, and the best way to experience horror movies for me is to not watch horror movies, but to watch YouTube summary of horror movies. I'm that guy.
Well, to be fair, I think I watched unfriended the same way the first time. I watched it through YouTube videos and thought, there's no way it's as shit as they make it out.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched all the Saw movies just from all those videos of like, what's the possibility of escaping the Saw trap?
Okay.
Saw is so bad.
Before people clown on me, let me sell it to you, okay? I get to experience the horror movie because one of the things I think is very interesting about horror movies is the mystery aspect.
Yes.
Okay, every horror movie, I love horror movies, even the shitter ones. They have like really interesting concepts that kind of like draw you into like what's scary going on behind the scenes. You know, so what fucked up thing is this horror movie about? And 90% of them, it's a dumb twist, or like once you uncover the mystery, it's a dumb mystery, and you're like, fuck, I just spent an hour and a half for a really stupid reveal. So like the best way for me to reveal to consume it is just to watch YouTube summaries, which means I don't have to be scared and I get presented with a lot of interesting ideas from all these different horror movies, and I don't have to wait an hour and a half to kind of like fully realize if the reveal is worth it.
You
or
might
not.
as well just fucking read the Wikipedia at that point.
You know what? Maybe I will, Joey. Maybe I
feel
will.
like you just should read the Wikipedia.
Just go to the IMDb page, watch the trailer while reading the synopsis. There you go, you're done.
I don't know why. It's specific horror movies why I just love watching summaries of them.
That fucked up. Not to do a throwback to the hentai app, but that hospital hentai was the horrorest thing I've watched in years. That scared me to my core.
That was scared, yeah.
More than anything else.
Definitely.
But a genuine horror movie that I did enjoy, that is a horror movie, is, I believe the name is As Above, Down
As
Below.
Above, So Below.
As Above, So Below. Something along
the
those
one in the
lines.
French catacombs.
The one
right?
in
I
the
watched
French
that.
catacombs.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was pretty good. It's
it
very
do-
like Blair Witch.
Is it like people get lost in the catacombs and then something stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just figured it
Just
out.
think Blair
Yeah.
Witch, but in the
Literally,
French
okay,
catacombs.
Yeah.
Okay.
They get lost in the catacombs, but things start happening, and they find out weird things. And there is a reason why all of these things happen, which is what I liked about it. Is it was less about the jump scares, but it was more about the unnerving ideas of what they found in the catacombs. You know, and that's why I liked it.
French people.
They see a
I'm sorry,
half-eaten
yeah.
baguette on the ground. It's like, there's a perfectly good baguette. Who would waste it?
Do you know one social media platform I've come back to finding comfort in? And this is gonna sound so fucking
If you
cringe.
say Facebook, I'm going to kill you.
Facebook.
What
Fuck off.
the fuck?
Okay. Hear me out. Okay.
No.
Sometimes every once in a blue moon, you make a post on Facebook, and it's just a nice, comforting thing, knowing that it's just your fucking family and like like the friends that you made in high school that you don't know what they've gotten up to in fucking decades. And you go on Facebook every now and again, you see like this person got married. Oh, this person has kids now, and it's just I don't know. It's like revisiting your hometown after being away for like years, and there's just like a nice.
I don't even remember the last time I posted on Facebook. Let me
I
see.
have I don't know if I've spoken about this before. I have a bit of a guilty pleasure on Facebook.
All right.
I basically went in the area I grew up.
Yeah.
And I basically just went around every local group on Facebook of like neighborhood watches and joined them.
What?
What? Because they post just the funniest shit. Yeah. And so you should look it up. There's probably one because there's just a bunch of like 50, 60-year-old people who are like, let me find one. There was one yesterday that made me crack up.
Wait, how do you
Look at the name of this group. It's just like, okay, don't say the name.
Wait, let me see.
It's just like that's the town I grew up in. And I joined this group, and it's just like,
Oh my
the
god.
stuff they post is just so funny. And like there's like this one, it's like this one. It's like, there's like they'll just post pictures, right? And be like, does anyone recognize this person? They've been looking kind of shady around my my parts. It's just so funny 'cause it's like Skyrim NPC behavior. I saw one the other day that was like, just funny van in the neighborhood. Is anyone
God, you
looking
call
out for
me a
this van?
Karen. Fucking hell.
It's funny because they obviously because like this is like their world.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
a
yeah.
small town.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really fun just watching it and seeing how like what kind of stuff that they really care about.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just kind of fun. I don't know. It feels like participating in like
You're like
Boomer.
people watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's so fun. 'cause
yeah,
It's
go.
great. It's good. I guess that's kind of what you're into. But
Yeah,
I don't like actively look. But sometimes there's some fun stuff.
No,
I'm like,
I don't actively look at my Facebook, but I don't know. It's gone from Facebook being cool to Facebook being the platform that your mom uses, to Facebook being cringe, and now I'm just like compared to fucking TikTok, Twitter, like Twitch, all these other social media platforms. It's just nice to go on a social media platform and feel like you're just in your small town, and it's just like a small community that you are familiar with, and you know. And I don't know. There's a charm to that, and every time I go on my Facebook, I'm like, it's just nice to see what my old mates, my old high school mates are up to now.
You should join your local
neighborhood.
You know what? That genuinely does seem like something I'd enjoy.
All right, there's this post from Sue. Whoever owns the dog that has barked non-stop for an hour and a half at the top of village name, please let your dog in as it sounds in distress. Sounds like a big dog and barks 3 barks at one time. Other dogs are reacting to it, so the dog choir starts again. Yes, I have a dog, but he doesn't bark constantly like this, and he would not be ignored like this in the heat. Backlash expected, but whatever. And there's
Backlash expected.
35 comments. Why don't you go around and have a chat with her or report it rather than getting everyone involved? Could be my neighbour who has numerous dogs that bark yap non-stop. She doesn't care. They're all outside all day on the drive.
You know what, Sue is...
Surely they're not in the van in this heat. It's just like they're all...
Not
like,
all heroes wear capes, man.
It's crazy. The whole fucking village comes together to discuss a fucking dog barking.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so fun to watch.
It's like the town hall in an RPG.
Okay, actually, no. I know why I like Facebook, because going on that platform, seeing stuff like that, it actually feels like these.
What the fuck is this? Sorry. I just called this. Does anyone know where my missing peacock is? This is a picture of it. It's a fucking peacock. Why do they have this in a small town in Wales?
Hell yeah. I want to go to that village.
Yeah.
It just cracks me up. This shit is so wild.
Holy fuck.
It actually, you go on Facebook, you see these posts, and it actually feels like, oh yeah, these are people.
Why?
Finally watched John Wick 4.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
In America?
Yeah, in America.
Oh, shit.
Unfortunately, I didn't watch John Wick 3.
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you?
You rose it up and then pulled it right back down.
I will say, I don't really think it matters because that implies that the plot in John Wick actually matters. Which
Okay.
I'm gonna say it doesn't fucking matter.
Oh my! Yes, it does. The plot is fan. You don't even know why. What the fuck?
It's okay because Didus was like, we're watching John Wick 4 now, and I was like, I haven't just seen John Wick 3, and he's like, I don't care. I'll just explain everything to you. And he explained it all in like 2 sentences.
Didus probably doesn't even know what happened. Didus is terrible.
He probably didn't even watch it. He just guessed.
Yeah, I don't know.
You probably don't even know. Oh my god! Like, there's so many. Like, the starting scenes are all like the fucking backstory to what happened in the previous movie. The reason why. Oh my god.
I mean,
okay, listen. You can still enjoy the movie, but like, you're missing out on some pretty good story. It's not the best, but it's great, man. You the whole friendship between. Oh fuck my god, man! You just ruined it.
I've never seen Connor this lost for before.
You could have watched a 10-minute summary on YouTube before you went in.
I had Didus with me.
He
was my 10-minute summary.
I love Didus to death, but that man cannot explain plot.
He's like a 10-second summary.
That man cannot explain plot.
No, because every time something relevant to like the previous films happened, he would be like, he would literally like pause it and be like, okay, so this happened. And
you didn't watch it in the cinemas?
No, we
fuck.
We watched it on like home cinema stream.
Yeah.
He would just pause it and just explain everything that happened, and everything he was explaining, I was like, that's really useful information that I don't give a shit about. I just want to see people shoot the fuck out of each other.
Let's tell what your verdict was first before we get more.
What was your verdict? John Wick 4, good?
God,
yay or nay?
I think John Wick 4 had the best action I've seen in a fucking long time. The action scenes were absolutely fucking stunning.
If you say, but I'm going to kill you.
I did not think it needed to be 3 hours long.
It needed to be 5 hours.
I felt fatigue after the first.
The fuck? It's because you weren't invested in the story.
Okay. Here's my biggest gripe with it. Okay, here's my biggest gripe. Okay, if
I wanted it to be longer.
Okay, if we're gonna like talk about the story, right? There are some things where I just like could not wrap my head around.
Okay.
Donnie Yen's character. All right,
Yeah.
Donnie Yen's character. So I didn't know coming into this that he's a blind guy, right?
You fucking see he's blind. He's not in any of the movies.
No. I mean, I didn't know coming into this movie that he was going to be a blind character.
Okay.
What? So I thought that he was going to be some like fucking daredevil kind of character who could like sense everything based on like his sense of like sound or something. And in like the first scene, it becomes very obvious that, oh no, he's actually blind and it doesn't help him at all. Right?
No, why would it help him? It's not. You think being blind gives you superpowers? You watch too much Marvel.
He's seen too much anime, bro.
Yeah, I've seen.
He's like, no, he's gonna pull out the One Piece hockey anytime soon, bro.
So what I couldn't get my head around was, okay, are you blind and goaded, or are you blind? Are you just a blind person? And there are so many scenes that flip flop between the both because he's still fucking Donnie Yen. He's kicking ass, and then there'll be points where he's just like, are you dead? I can't tell. I can't tell. And I'm like, how is this guy still alive? I don't get it. How is this assassin still alive?
There's like scenes as well where he's like trying to find the gun and he can't find it.
Yeah.
That's good though. Like that's like I don't want him to be dead.
So what you're saying is he's a little bit too inconsistent.
No.
Yeah. I just like I like consistency.
Disabled enough.
Okay.
I just wish he was more blind.
No. All I'm talking about is with suspension of disbelief. I love batshit crazy things, right? Yeah. But it needs to make sense within the logic of its own world. If something doesn't make sense within the logic of its own world, it's just like a pinprick in my brain where I can't ignore it. And just like, I was going into every scene being like, so is he a blind man or is he like a Jedi master? No. I was like, sometimes he's a blind man, sometimes he's a fucking Jedi master, fucking feels the force, does all that shit. And I'm like,
is he blind or is he just?
I thought it was pretty consistent. I thought it was all right.
And and I like the campiness, the cheesiness of John Wick. There are some points that were just like a little bit too far for me at some points in this where I was just like, okay, this is
which part, such for example?
Well, don't spoil too much because I started seeing.
Okay.
A little bit. You do a little bit.
I mean, at this point, I don't even know what's a spoiler and what's not.
It's okay. Like, I mean, it doesn't have that much of a plot. Let's be honest. The main villain of John Wick was the most cartoonish kind of like villain.
Him. Yeah, he was great.
He was like way too fucking cartoonish. He was just like,
it.
let's just make that you just like that because you just like seeing a Frenchman getting fucked.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the British in you, man.
It makes sense within the. I mean, this whole world is kind of like cartoon.
Was he like a Bond villain or something?
He was like a Bond villain times like 100. He was like,
it wasn't that bad. I mean, it's like he's like evil for evil's sake, but it makes sense.
Does he have an evil mustache?
No,
he doesn't. Although I wouldn't be
enough.
It makes sense within the world, though, in the rules. You know.
Yeah,
because he broke the rules.
I think that was the thing that bothered me about John Wick 4, because as you find out more about the rules of this assassin world, because in like John Wick 1 and 2, it was kind of like a surface kind of thing where it's like, oh, this cool thing exists. These are what the rules of the assassin worlds are. And you were like, okay, that's enough of a background thing where I can just focus on the action. But what I found with John Wick 4 was that it was so like, it was way more ingrained into the plot line. And then
I had that like third movie to kind of transition you into.
Probably. I mean, I still don't think I missed much.
You did miss much.
I'm going to watch the third movie.
You gotta watch
and
it.
I'm gonna be like, okay, so he hates this one. That guy betrayed that person.
You missed so much in the third movie.
And he got another dog.
You missed so much.
Sick.
No, but like what bothered me was there were just like little inconsistencies I found within the logic of its own world, where just some like I'm all for suspension of disbelief, but there were just some things where it just took things a bit too far when there was more focus on it. That just I couldn't ignore it as much
I
anymore.
love how you're going so in depth into this, like probably more than any reviewer. And Connor's
Yeah.
retaliation is nah.
No. It's just full cat. You didn't watch the third movie. I can't believe that, dude. I can't believe that.
But
What if Connor's actually right and the third movie is like the most plot heavy?
The third has a lot of plot.
I'm gonna watch a third movie.
There's a lot of plot that happens in the third
I'm
one.
saying everything that Didas was explaining to me was just like, okay,
I think the fourth- the
that
fourth has-
person
yeah.
betrayed that person is friends with that person. Okay, I understand.
Yeah,
John Wick, shoot.
The fourth has like the least plot. Like, because he has like barely any lines in it. He barely says anything. He has like 200 words in the whole movie.
I mean, that was also consistent with like the 3 other movies I've
No,
seen.
there's more plot. No. The third is very plot heavy. I can't believe it.
Again, I've only seen the first one, so I don't know.
I guess I've seen like 3 out of the 4 John Wick movies, and I
This
can
is like-
remember.
this is like-
I can remember like 2 lines that he's ever
Bro,
said.
you're like Jojo part skipping right now. The John Wick fandom is not happy. You skipped part 3.
It's like
I can't
skipping
believe
It's
it.
like skipping the second Lord of the Rings film and being like, I'm
No,
sure,
okay,
I'm
we're
sure
not going to
nothing
compare
happened.
John Wick to Lord of the fucking Rings. Okay, this is
What I'm
this
saying
is,
is,
no,
what I'm saying
no.
is, yeah, you could obviously gloss over shit, but you're still missing important plot points.
Look, I don't watch John Wick for the plot. I watch it for
I
the
watch John Wick for the plot.
fuck
The
me.
action is a side bonus, quite frankly.
Shut the fuck up. That's so cap.
I don't watch it for the like amazing Oscar
Dude, oh my
nominated
goodness.
writing of John Wick, whose line includes "yeah" and
I love it when when he says yeah, I get chubbed.
I mean, likewise, but it's not a plot point.
Yeah,
it's like
it's a kind of yeah.
okay, actually, okay. The one scene that bothered me.
Go on.
One scene that bothered me. The fucking there's a scene with a literal fucking James Bond villain where they play poker together, and it's this really
I love that scene.
It's this really badass scene where they play poker together and the stakes are meant to be high. The poker game means fucking nothing because they're like, okay, so the winner of the loser of the poker game has to do X or has to do. I can't actually remember the stakes of the poker game, but I remember it being high stakes.
Clearly it was
and then they go through this like 20-minute long scene of
It's
of
not
this,
20 minutes. Fuck off. It's like 5 minutes gone.
like they go through this long scene of just a poker scene, and then they just start shooting each other anyway. So I'm like, okay, so the poker meant nothing.
It's not House of Cards, gone. It's John Wick.
Like you could have just shot the bad guy immediately and just forgone this.
Well, I mean,
poker scene.
they have to create like suspense, right? They have to be like, oh, okay, is he actually gonna like play by the rules this time, or is he gonna be John Wick and just start guns a-blazing? Turns out he's John Wick. Why am I defending this movie? I've never even
Joe, you haven't even seen
I've
this
never even
movie.
seen it.
Yeah, but like, why are you asking for like civilized political discussions in John Wick? Like, you know that was going to happen.
No. I'm like, why are you?
Like, I feel like you're comparing this scene to like,
You
like,
need some
an-
build up.
okay.
You can't just have him run up in a place and be like, all right, pew pew.
I mean, the thing that bothered me was just like, why are we pretending? Why are we pretending to have a plot here? Why are we pretending that this means anything? Just,
build-up.
I like I said, John Wick 4
That's
has.
like saying, like, did they really need poker in Casino Royale? Like, did they? Come on, they could have just. They didn't matter in the end. Like, you need that. That's like, what the fuck?
The one thing
go.
is that it's
He hooks
just
me up.
never okay. One thing, taste aside, it's just never as chewy as like a steak. That's one thing I've never seen like replicated in the tuna. And
I
here's the
kind of
thing.
hate that part.
Yeah, I
Here's the
hate
thing.
the
I
chewiness
kind of
of
hate
steak.
the chewy part of steak.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
No.
No.
I want my food
I'm sorry.
to be like a tire.
Yeah, I want to
No,
feel
no,
like
no.
I'm eating a rubber boot.
The perfect steak is when you like you chew into it a bit and then the like moisture just bursts out.
That's not what I
and
like about
you
steak.
you like
That's
have
my
like
least favorite part of
you have
steaks.
like the juiciness and the. Are you kidding me?
That is my least-
What the fuck?
That is my least
What do you
favorite
mean
part
that's
of
the
a steak.
least favorite part of this? I'm sorry, I'm fucking spinning because I'm getting like
My
so
favorite
passionate.
part-
God,
Oh,
you're
so-
talking to someone who said steak is mid. All right, like you can't convince me.
The reason why Wagyu steak is the most top tier steak is because of the juiciness and the fat that comes out of it.
Yeah, but
when
it
you,
isn't chewy.
Yeah, it's not chewy, though.
Wagyu is not chewy.
Okay, Wagyu.
The good thing about
no,
Wagyu,
no.
the thing that sets Wagyu apart from regular steak is the fact that it's not
It's
chewy
like one
and it
bite.
melts.
It's done.
It
It's like-
melts
it's
on your
not
mouth
one
bite.
like
It's not
It's like
one
a
bite.
like
one-bite
a good
fish.
piece of fish.
No.
Come on.
Okay.
What is this?
Guitarist from
Obviously, it was my introduction to realize
Pizza Hut?
that crustless
Yeah,
pizza.
it's Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
Okay. I will say, Pizza Hut.
No, do not defend Pizza Hut.
Wait.
What are you saying,
Okay.
Garnt?
To completely just disregard my previous argument about McDonald's and like childhood memories and all that
Yeah.
shit. Pizza Hut just has this certain smell
No,
that no other pizza joint can like.
Yeah, it has the smell of
Shit.
like day-old kitchen grease. That's
you
what it has.
you
the
know
smell
what I
of.
mean? Like,
I love it when my pizza, I can break it over my leg.
No. Like, you know how Subway has that smell? Like, whenever you walk, it's such like
Of
an
stale
iconic
bread.
smell. No, it's not iconic.
I know it
I
is.
mean, it's not. It's not. It is
You gotta
stale
admit,
when you
Joe,
go
it's
there,
got a
but
smell.
like,
It's got a good
it
smell.
smells well.
got a good smell.
It smells way better than it tastes. Right?
Sure.
To me, no other pizza joint, like the kind of like mainstream pizza joint, no other mainstream pizza joint has that unique smell except for Pizza Hut. I don't know what it is, but
all of them have their own unique smell.
See, I don't understand this because I think I was one of those weird kids who never got like chain pizzas. Like I never, like my parents never ordered from like Pizza Hut or Domino's. Like
me
my
neither.
dad made pizzas. Like,
Yeah,
every Friday.
we never got them.
So
But when
like
was
I
in
don't
college-
know this. Like I don't have any like nostalgia with like Pizza Hut or Domino's.
Okay, I did because like you know when I was growing up a broke ass kid, like I can't remember what day it was, but one day of the week they would do like all you can eat pizzas at Pizza Hut, and that was like my pizza intake for the
Yeah,
month.
it's a UK thing. I went as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I did like that a lot, and that's how I got Pizza Hut pilled. And then I grew up, and I was like, wait, this is the worst. This is the worst of all the pizza chains.
What's the best one?
in the UK? Some people say Papa John's, but I think Domino's in the UK is really good.
Right.
I think Domino's. is
I
much
think
better.
they're all really good. I'm not really like, to me, sometimes like I think taste wise I prefer Papa John's, but sometimes I just get that craving for a pizza. I get that craving for just the whiff of that
but it's
smell,
like- it's
whatever
like your-
that Pizza Hut smell
Of
is,
all
man.
pizzas, the fucking Pizza Hut Edge is in your top 9.
Yes,
That's
it is. I
psychotic.
dream about this shit, man.
What?
Do you know why? It's unobtainable anymore because
You
that-
can make this.
No,
It's
no,
at
no, no,
home.
no, no, no,
It's
no,
clouding
no,
your
no.
judgment because it's unavailable. You think it's better than it was. This is shit. It's shit.
Because we there are pizzas that are like this that are available, which is kind of like the crustless pizzas.
Yeah.
But I've been searching every time I'm in America, I see this kind of pizza and I'm like, this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one that gives me back the memories again. This is gonna be relive my childhood. But it's missing that smell. It's missing that Pizza Hut smell of just whatever that Pizza Hut smell. I'm pretty sure they just sprinkle this with like happiness. And,
Okay, well that's not true.
and angel dust.
Or the sadness of underpaid staff.
that must
up
be
to
what
interpretation.
that must be what it is.
Like
but
Pizza Hut in recent years is just a sad shell of what it was, and even when it was at its peak, it wasn't very good either.
Yeah, Pizza Hut fell off, bro.
It's just not
did it
good.
fall off?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it might
totally.
have fallen off.
In the US especially.
Do you know why it fell off? Because they got rid of this off their menu. Once they bring the edge back to West tier, baby.
Bring back the cult classic.
Yeah,
It
but
fell off because it's shit.
I mean, like, to me, obviously, I'm going to enjoy a crustless pizza, but also just
Well,
like
yeah,
the
okay.
thin-
So are you saying the only difference between this Pizza Hut Edge and every other crustless pizza is that every other crustless pizza is not made by Pizza Hut? Is that what you're saying?
pretty much.
Also, what I can't fathom is that we had this whole big fucking deal about how I said American pizza was better than Italian pizza, and here you are putting a fucking American style pizza on your 9x9 best foods of all time. When you looked me in the face and lied to me about saying that the other style of pizza was superior.
I mean,
How do you
Italy
apologize?
just hasn't come around.
How do you apologize to the
crustless
Italians,
pizzas.
Garnt?
Look. I am putting something on here that is like, to me, if they brought this back, I will happily admit that American pizza.
Oh my God.
But it's not obtainable anymore, okay?
were
It
dying,
lives
you were
off in the
fighting.
dreams of my childhood, okay?
It's like waiting for the second coming of Christ.
You were like,
Like, it'll happen one day.
Yeah.
You were like preposterous. How could he even consider American pizza be better than the superior
It'll happen one
Neapolitan
day,
style
and when
pizza?
that day comes, I will be a believer again.
Your
Like,
allegiances are
the
paper thin, Garnt.
The Bible could drop a sequel, and Pizza Hut could drop The Edge, like a rerun of The Edge, and I'd be like, all right.
Bible 2, I
Bible
sleep.
2, all right.
Italians, do you hear this? This man didn't care about your pizza. He wanted something better this entire time. He was hoping the Americans would swoop in and save the day.
I still stand by you Italians,
please,
don't worry.
please, just re-release The Edge, please.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, Pizza Hut, please sponsor us.
What you're essentially
just give
saying?
me back. I don't need, like, I know it kind of recently had a rerun in America, and I was dumb enough to not fly to America to just relive that dream, and I regret that every moment of my life.
But hypothetical, if you did, right? Hypothetically, you flew back hearing about the Edge 2 coming back, right?
The Edge 2.
The edgening. You hear that it came back, right? And you buy it, all right? And you're expecting all the nostalgia to flow back. What if it's not the same?
It will be the same.
But what if it's not? What if there's just something about the recent Pizza Hut as opposed to your childhood?
Yeah, and
Pizza
what
Hut
if the Earth is flat, Joey? It's not. Why you ask me why you ask me a hypothetical
yeah,
question?
but would you still love it?
Huh?
Would you still love it?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
You're in full cope mode, dude. I can't believe it. You're
I have no doubt that I will love this
flip-flopping.
exactly the same.
Oh my
Absolutely
lord.
not. But
right.
there's no way to prove it because they're never going to bring it back until they do. And then
Hey, if Trash Taste fans put enough peer pressure on Pizza Hut,
So what I'm hearing is that
if they do, I will actually just fly to America. I'll look for a
hashtag bring back the Edge.
Yeah, I would look for an excuse to visit Sid's family, and they'll be like, okay, but the real reason I'm here is
don't you just
Mom, Dad, take me to Pizza Hut right now.
Isn't it which style of pizza is it? Where it's square. Is it Chicago style pizza? No, that's
Yeah, Chicago
Is it the
style
square
pizza.
one? No, it's Detroit, right? Am I crazy? Chicago
Chicago
Yeah,
style
they have the
pizza.
square one where the middle. Yeah, the middle pieces are like edge. Yeah, it's the edge. There's no crust.
Yeah.
It's just the middle.
No, but you don't understand. It's not made by Pizza Hut.
Yeah, it's not paid by Pizza
Oh
Hut.
my god.
That's the whole point we're getting at. That's why this is stupid.
This is so fucking dumb.
I am probably never going to watch The Godfather Part 2.
What?
Why not? It's a good movie.
Wait, so you watched Godfather Part 1
Yeah.
and you felt like, I don't want to know anymore.
It was I.
Oh no, I know what Garnt's one
It
is.
was aight?
It wasn't just idols.
It was
It's a masterpiece.
aight? What
It's
the
a
fuck are you
Godfather.
talking about?
It's a masterpiece. Yeah, okay.
You're not cool, Garnt. You're not cool for saying Godfather is mid. All right, no one thinks you're cool for that. All right, that is a shit take.
I didn't think Godfather was. It was just a little bit long, and this is 3.5
Oh
hours
my
long.
God.
This
Let's get you some shorts,
This
old
is
man.
3.5 hours long, man. I don't know.
I literally watched it last week. It was great.
Yeah,
Watch part 2.
I watched part 2 last week.
Read that out, Garnt.
Hey guys, did you know that in terms of male human and female Pokemon breeding, Vaporeon is the most compatible Pokemon for humans? Not only are they in the field egg group, I don't know what that means, which is mostly comprised of mammals, Vaporeon are an average of 3 foot 3 tall and are 63.9 pounds. Mature content warning. Are you sure you want to browse anonymously? Scan this QR code right now.
What the
fuck?
What the fuck?
Just go back to Google. You'll be somewhere. No. Just maybe don't go on Reddit.
Yeah. Maybe don't go on Reddit.
Yeah, there you go. That's fine.
Oh, that's
It's
very
scanned
small.
in. There you go.
All right. So they're 63.9 pounds. This means they're large enough to be able to handle human censored dick.
Yeah.
And with their impressive base stats for HP and access to acid armor, you can be rough with this one. Why would that be acid armor? What? I don't want my dick to melt off. Due to their mostly water-based biology, there is no doubt in my mind that an aroused Vaporeon would be incredibly wet. All right, valid. So wet that you could easily have sex with one for hours without getting sore. They can also learn the moves Attract, Baby Doll Eyes, Captivate, Charm, and Tail Whip, along with not having fur to hide the nipples. Okay. So it'd be incredibly easy for one to get you in the mood. With their abilities, water absorb and hydration, they can easily recover from fatigue with enough water. No other Pokemon comes close with this level of compatibility. Also, fun fact, if you pull out enough, you can make your Vaporeon turn white. Vaporeon is literally built for human dick. Ungodly defense stats plus high HP pool plus acid armor means it can take dick all day, all shapes and sizes, and still come for more.
So that's where that comes from. So the goated side character that should have been the main character. Ooh.
I don't know if it's goated, but I feel like anyone I would take any one of the My Hero Academia side
Can we
characters.
do?
over
Can we switch to anime?
No, I think Bakugo would be a way better main character than Deku.
Trying to think of a show where the main character was kind of underwhelming, you know?
I mean, that's just My Hero Academia for me. For me, like Todoroki has a pretty interesting character arc.
Yeah.
Seeing Bakugo, even though he's like annoying as shit, would be an interesting redemption arc as well. Deku is just like good boy. You know, just good boy.
Just good boy.
You know, same thing with like Tanjiro in a sense as well.
Yeah.
Prince of Tennis. I never watched that, but I know you love it.
Prince, I fucking love Prince.
I know you
Tennis,
love Prince Tennis.
It's fucking like if you
I
love
probably
shows
couldn't
like
rewatch
JoJo, you would love it because it's literally the most ridiculous fucking.
If you can
sports
make
show.
tennis cool, then
It's so cool.
props. 'Cause
Excuse me, tennis
tennis is the least cool sport of all time.
It's fucking cool.
It is
man.
not.
Come on,
Bro,
Come on.
Tennis is not a cool
As
sport.
someone
way.
who played it for 10 years, it's boring as shit to watch.
No, it's not. Oh my, are you serious?
I think it's boring to watch.
Motherfucker,
it's
I'd
like-
take any tennis game over like cricket, baseball, all that shit.
I'd take cricket and baseball.
cricket-
over
No
tennis.
fucking
What
way.
the fuck? Cricket is way more hype.
Yeah.
Tennis is such a beautiful art form, man. Fucking hell, man.
No, see,
Are
you were busy watching real tennis. I was watching Prince of Tennis. I was getting
Real
su-
tennis is so much
I was
better,
getting
man.
sucked into the Tezuka zone.
Bro, you watch one fucking Federer game and you're like, oh, fucking Tezuka, who? I don't
Federer Schmetterer, whatever,
Oh, shut
bro.
Oh, come on.
Who cares?
All right.
Deadly
What's,
Sensei.
what's the greatest anime OP of all time?
Oh my god, that's so hard. In this era? Or of all time?
Of all time.
I mean, I think
Why
that
is it
there's
unraveled?
definitely an argument for it. Like, I think you can't say it's not in the top 3.
Yeah.
Unraveled is up there.
And just
but-
iconicness.
Yeah.
But okay,
He was like, oh,
Do you ever have some shit that like is dangerous, but there's a part in your brain that is just like, looks delicious though. It looks delicious.
Give me an example.
yeah,
Garnt.
you got to give an example. I don't do this.
Yeah.
Fiberglass. You know what I mean?
No.
You would
No.
definitely
No.
die.
No, I
You
don't.
would definitely
don't.
die.
Can you Google fiberglass?
You would definitely die.
There is not, God, there is not a single moment I can even
Bro.
No.
envision
Bro.
where I look at
100%.
fiberglass and I'm like, that looks
bro,
yummy.
Bro, okay. No. Come on.
What
You-
is wrong with you?
No. I know taking a bite out of this, I will die. I will die.
Yeah, no
but the
shit.
part of me is just like, kind of looks like cotton candy. Kind of looks like.
That is the most whack shit you've ever said. Like, straight up.
Look at the pink one. The industrial. Look
No.
at that shit. Don't tell me you've never seen that shit. And you're like, I know this is fiberglass, but I kind of want to touch it. Also, that's dangerous. Also, kind of looks delicious. Kind of looks delicious.
Do you feel the same way about like asbestos as well? Like,
Nah, asbestos, that looks shit.
that doesn't look delicious.
No,
at all.
I'm saying things that, okay, like you know why people are eating Tide Pods. Because
I don't. I don't.
because
I
they're
don't know.
idiots.
Because they're idiots. I agree
Yes.
with you. But also, you look at a Tide Pod, and if you're a kid, you're like, looks like a gummy. It looks like a gummy, you know? There is part of your brain.
So it's their fault for making it
No.
pink.
No, God.
Hey, actually, yes. The pink ones look.
No. I totally get, kids looking at a Tide Pod and being like, oh, that looks like a yummy treat.
Yeah.
But I'm an adult, Garnt. I have enough IQ to know that if I eat this, it's probably not good.
Yeah, there's zero part of me that has ever wanted to eat this.
Yeah, I don't look at that and be
This
like,
is a weirder
hell yeah.
take than the baby powder. At least the baby powder is edible.
No, I not what I'm saying is,
God's
I
like,
know
guys, we
I
should
would
not
not
do
eat this.
Garnt's gonna end up
I
on my
would not
strangest
eat
addiction
this.
being like, I eat fiberglass every day.
But there is something in like my intrusive thoughts that is just like kind of looks delicious. You know, it's like.
Have you looked at sand and thought the same way?
No, sand is like it's too grainy. It's the crunch in sand is like we've all ingested sand before.
Of course.
Like
it happens.
it happens.
It happens.
And that just feels horrible because the grains are too small for there to be a
Okay,
satisfying
okay.
crunch.
So are you saying
to it.
if they were like small pebbles that would like crumble apart, you would eat them? Like if they crumbled apart when you bit into them, they like snap?
Are you saying that the problem is the texture?
I'm saying that. I'm saying a nice texture is a nice texture. You know what? I'm going to start off with.
You've
my
thrown a
pick.
vote? You've thrown a vote?
I'm already throwing a vote.
Okay.
I've thought about this.
Throwing the first grenade.
And maybe being in America for 6 weeks has biased me a bit. I think I can live without burgers. I think I can live my life from today on, not having another burger in my life, and I'd be like, you know what? I'm fine with that. Best ramen beats best sushi, though.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
Are you
it
kidding
does.
me?
It
We
does.
went to that fucking Michelin star ramen place, and I was like, oh, how does this have a Michelin star?
And spaghetti is the worst pasta as well.
Spaghetti is the worst pasta. It's
Yeah.
like it's a homemade meal thing. It's the
Yeah.
east to make and
totally.
cheapest.
And it's
to
the
make.
worst. And it's the worst pasta.
It's the worst
type
pasta.
as well.
Trumps
And you
it.
know what? Maybe steak is mid 90% of the time. Shit, Joey.
Thank you. Finally,
Shit.
we can agree.
Shit. Maybe it is. Maybe I've only had good steak because my mom is really good at cooking steaks.
Exactly, bro. I'm telling you, man.
But I've come to realize that my experience with steaks outside of my mom's cooking is actually pretty mid.
Yeah.
Outside of like a fair few
Yep,
restaurants.
totally.
To barbecue.
Easiest choice in my life. This is. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Is this David versus Goliath right here? Are we for real?
I'm actually in
Who's
the.
David
I'm
and who's
actually.
Goliath?
You know who I think.
Actually, I'm leaning close to the bread category. I love barbecue, and barbecue's amazing, but bread is so good, and bread is everyday
Is it?
versatile.
I mean, look. Here's the thing about bread.
Okay, tell me. Here's the thing.
Here's the
about it.
thing. It doesn't all taste the same.
Oh, wow.
Right? It
Wow.
doesn't all taste the same.
And pastries too.
Obviously, pastries taste different, but
Yeah.
can I say hand over heart that it is the star of the meal? You know, that is
Sometimes.
it is the thing that I look forward
Okay.
to the most.
Okay, counterpoint.
Yeah.
That restaurant we went to in Australia where the bread was the star.
Here's the thing.
Remember that one?
I do
Garnt?
remember that one.
You distinctly agreed with me that
Mm-hmm.
was the best thing on the menu.
It was the best thing on the menu, but if it was the only thing on the menu, if
I
it
would be
was-
okay.
I'd be
with it.
okay with
I would
that.
I would not be okay
The
with
bread
that.
was so good.
I would
okay
not
with
be
that.
okay with
I'd
that.
be okay with that. You know?
This is coming from the guy who has a fucking toast sandwich. That's how much he stands bread.
I love
Joey.
bread.
Bread by itself can't always just be the star of the show. But let me tell you what the
It
star of
can
the
be.
show is
It can
every
be.
time, Joey. Every single time. It's the barbecue.
Well, that's because you only have meat on it. You're too straight. Yeah. I just think
the
the
barbecue. So, you know, I think I would also vote for sausages as well.
wow, we
Oh,
all
okay.
vote sausages.
Yeah.
I love fried rice to death.
Oh, yeah.
But a good sausage is just
Oh,
unmatched.
it just slaps.
You're
ta-
a big advocate for tacos here.
It's
Garnt.
tacos
How
for
do you?
me. It's tacos.
Really again?
Nah, it's
Yeah,
sushi
it's
for me.
tacos.
no, guys, don't make it.
It's
me.
no, I'm doing it
Why
to
is
you
Garnt
now.
never on the fence? It's fucked up, bro. Bro is such a dichotomy, bro.
I've just got to go with my heart for this one.
We
I'm,
choose.
I'm going to go curry.
Shit, I was gonna go with pasta.
There is
doing
is
this to me
just
again.
you know
Are you
what
doing
you
this
know
to me
this.
again?
Let me tell you what.
We have bread / pastries versus sausages. Again, another thing where both of them perfectly go together to create
Yeah, it's the sausage.
a hot
though, right?
dog.
It's the sausage, though, right? It's the sausage.
Yeah.
When you eat a fucking hot dog, Joey, do you go, oh no, can you take the sausage out and just give me the bread? No. The sausage is king. The sausage is the standout part of that. But yeah, it's a tougher one than the previous round, but it's got to be pasta, right?
Yeah,
It's gotta
just,
be- it's
just
gotta
I
be
think
pasta.
I eat pasta more
I
often.
can't believe you guys are coming to this conclusion so fast. I'm impressed.
A friend.
Wait, before we get into this, do you shower every day?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't shower every day.
Dog, you stink.
You were telling me that you stink the most, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I
Do
might.
you think you should shower every day?
I can't sleep without showering.
I need to shower.
I
And
need
yes,
to shower.
Especially like.
I
dog,
do.
in this
I-
fucking stuff. Please tell me you're showering every day in this.
If
summer.
I leave the house, I shower.
No, I shower even without.
I
water.
shower-
Why would you shower when you're going to play video games all day?
because you
because
still sweat.
I still like I can smell myself even.
But if I can't smell myself, I'm like, why would I shower? Like if I'm staying home all day.
That just means you're nose blind to your own BO.
That means you have gotten used to your own stank.
Yeah, that doesn't change
Yeah.
the fact that you have stank.
Yeah.
no, I know there's like everyone has a smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, look,
But you still develop stank
I
even
can't
if you're in the
believe you guys.
house.
You don't need to shower every day. It's
No.
it's bad for you.
It's bad to shampoo every day.
Yeah.
It's bad to shower every day.
No.
Is it Kai? Kai, can we
think
fact check
so.
this?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's bad to shower every day.
I don't shampoo every day. I
It's not- it's
you
not
definitely
shampoo.
shouldn't shampoo every
No,
day.
I don't.
definitely not.
do not improve your health. Could cause skin problems or other. I mean, that's a skill issue.
You just don't need a shower every day.
Yeah,
Like-
but I feel good.
Like I'll shower like 5 times a week.
I can't.
You know what? Maybe science is wrong. Fuck science.
Yeah, many
fuck
have to say
science.
daily shower is fine for most people. There you go.
Yeah, but I hate this idea that if you skip one day of showering, you're a pariah who can't be trusted and you stink.
No,
and
no,
it's
no.
like,
It's nothing
dude,
like that. It's just
Yeah.
like, sometimes.
why the fuck would I shower if I'm not leaving the house that day?
Do you not feel uncomfortable with the natural stank that you're getting just by like?
But if I didn't sweat the day before,
Right.
yeah.
and I was like totally fine, why would I shower?
Why not make it 2 days then? What's the limit? What's the limit?
No, 'cause
If
2
you're not-
days-
If you're
2
doing
days you
nothing but
start-
gaming,
Nah, but 2
if
days-
you're doing nothing but gaming, by your fucking logic,
Yeah.
you would never need to shower.
By that logic,
No.
every time you do
Yeah.
a subathon, you wouldn't have to shower.
No, because like 2 days, after 2 days, you do start to get that like musk and like that smell that I'm not. a fan of.
I disagree. I think that after one day,
I think, yeah. Well,
That's a mental day.
you know what it is? It's the sleeping. That's it. The sleeping. Sometimes.
What are you doing in your sleep?
Sometimes after I sleep, I don't know. Sometimes
just running in your dreams.
Sometimes you fucking sweat when you sleep. Sometimes you are just like accumulating
me-
natural musk.
For me personally, because I'm a night shower person, if I don't shower before I go to bed, then I have terrible sleep that night.
That's because
Like-
you've made that like a pattern in your
Yeah,
house.
I know, but it's good because it's only benefits. I get cleaner, my bed stays cleaner because I'm not bringing all the gunk from that day into my bed, and I get better sleep. It's like
Yeah.
there's no demerits to not doing it every day.
When you go on a flight and it's like a long haul flight, do you feel like showering afterwards?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Why?
Because the plane makes you feel gross.
What's the difference between that and your room?
My room, because my room doesn't make me feel gross. Planes are objectively gross. You are surrounded in a cabin with people with recirculating air. You're sitting on a seat that hundreds of thousands of people have sat on. They don't
Yeah.
deep clean. You're sitting
Like,
shoulder to
you
shoulder.
deep clean your
Do you
gamer
deep
chair?
clean your gaming chair?
No, but I'm not dirty. But like, dude,
You don't know
Are
that.
are you telling me? Are you telling me that you trust what other people do on chairs in public settings?
No, I'm not saying
blue
that.
light out, man.
I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that even if you're the only person who has sat on that particular chair, you're still collecting gunk
Yeah.
in that chair, and you're sitting in it every
Gunk?
single day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are you doing in your chair? You
fucking
gunk.
dead skin cells, bro. They're
Bro.
everywhere in your house.
Bro, shower, man.
Just shower.
I shower.
Just
I just
shower.
don't need. You just don't have to shower every single day.
This is the most
You don't
Xbox
need-
kid I've ever heard.
You do
Like,
not need to
Xbox
shower
thing
every single day.
Connor's ever said. Out of all the competitive shit, I've never thought of Connor as a true gamer until now.
You don't need a shower every day.
Bro, you fucking your body your body naturally gets like gunk on it and shit like that. And
It gets
smells.
oils and everything like that.
Yeah.
Natural oils, which you need. You need those oils.
Yes, of course.
So showering
Yeah.
gets rid of those every day. I just think there is nothing wrong with missing a day of showering a week.
Yeah, but just be prepared when someone says, "Dog, you stink."
I'm not leaving the house. They wouldn't smell me.
Would you okay, if you had someone coming around and you hadn't showered that day, would you like be
No.
like, nah, my body odor would win?
I wouldn't shower. I don't need to. I haven't. I didn't do anything.
Nah, no way, man. No way.
no
No
way.
fucking way. I disagree with that.
No, you don't need to shower every day.
Are you at least cleaning your bed sheets often?
Yeah, like once a week, either once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Okay, that's thank God.
All right.
At least you have that going.
Thank you. Thank you. All
If
right.
it was any less than that, I would have been like, bro, I'm never sitting on your bed ever again.
Why would you sit on my bed?
I don't know.
I have never sat on your bed.
No, I'm
I'm
that's
sitting on
fine.
that sofa, man.
Yeah, that sofa. I'm like, God, man.
Dude, this is like propaganda, bro. They think
Nah.
you got to shower every day. They've been pilled into it.
How'd it
Do you agree
go?
or disagree?
Please shower. Please do not listen.
You can shower 5 to 6 times a week. That is totally fine.
Connor trying to break social norms that don't need to be broken.
It is not a social norm.
I really hope it is a social norm.
You don't need to
Otherwise,
shower.
something is very wrong with how I understand the world. If showering every day is not a social norm, Connor.
You don't have to shower every day.
This is how BO wins, man. This is how.
This is the
I'm sorry.
first step. You give weebs
So when you
one
go,
little
are
step.
you saying the entire world agrees that everyone showers every day? In Thailand,
Yes.
do they shower every single day?
Yeah, because it's
Fuck yeah,
fuck
they
yes.
do.
Do you know
They
how
shower,
hot it is?
They shower like 2 times a day. in a
That's
lot of
true.
people.
It's true. I bet if you go to like Scandinavia, they ain't showering every day. You know what I mean? Like if it's like climate dependent.
Yeah, well, in this climate.
Yeah, but I don't leave my house. It's AC.
No, even with the AC, man.
even the AC, bro.
Shower every day, please, Weeds.
Yeah, please. We beg you.
You don't go.
Yeah,
You don't go.
There are. I think there are more benefits than there are not from showering.
You can
every
do the
day.
6 a week that I do. It's totally fine. Okay, look. What about I'm assuming this is the egg on the egg McMuffins,
The egg on the
which
egg.
I have a personal fondness for and is S tier for me.
Because it's like. Would
It
you order
ties the
just
package together.
Would
No,
you just
no, no,
order
no,
an
no,
egg
no,
McMuffin? No, you need something else.
You need the sausage.
you need the sausage or the bacon.
You need all of the elements of the McMuffin for it to work. You can't
Yes.
remove a single one.
yeah.
I agree. So
But
I
in its-
fucking love McMuffins, but it's not excellent because it doesn't
It is
stand
excellent.
by itself.
No,
It
no,
doesn't stand
no,
by itself.
No, because it's a dish.
You wouldn't get an egg McMuffin that's just got egg in it.
Yeah.
No, but that's not what we're rating. We're rating the egg McMuffin, which
This is
comes
how
with
this
the
is how our
sausage.
eggs are done, and egg McMuffin is the egg within the McMuffin. Sure.
So what are we saying then?
I'm saying
I'll give it an A.
Fucking.
I'll give it an
Jokes.
A. Yeah.
Should be fucking S tier.
All right.
Okay, you're ordering. Which one are you going for?
Sunnyside.
You going this one?
100%.
I'm actually going fried egg.
Yeah,
Really?
This one.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
like how.
I'm
Yeah.
going fried.
I don't like how like plasticky the.
This
fucking-
is-
If it's a
no,
good
okay,
fried egg,
this is-
you have the
this is-
crispiness with it, Joey.
This has been fucking grilled into fucking the 7th rings
Yeah.
of hell.
Yeah.
This
Look,
is ridiculous.
look,
But this one, this is perfect. Actually, a little bit too much.
No. That is perfect.
At that
You
point,
know,
at that point, just get a Sunnyside.
that is a wok fried egg, and that shit goes hard.
Okay,
man.
so now you're assuming what
Yeah.
fucking utensil it's been cooked.
What if it's a frying pan?
now you're just adding shit to it.
No,
Go on, alright?
You can physically see the crispiness on that.
Right,
And
so
you
where's
know
this
what?
one? Where's this one?
The Western world is like, let's do
That's-
crispy. No,
that's it.
that is
Okay,
the
Garnt, where is
perfect.
this then?
That's excellent.
No, you're fucking.
Excellent.
You're fucking
No,
smoking.
excellent.
You're smoking.
Excellent.
That's.
It's
I'm
A.
willing to put it up in
A.
B.
No,
What?
A. It's A, Joey. Come on.
What,
bro.
Joey?
I'm not a fan of it.
What are you talking
Okay,
about?
well, I say A, so in the middle
Okay,
of
in
us.
the middle,
A.
that's fine.
Riz.
Bad.
No, it's goaded.
No, it's
Bad.
goaded.
Bad.
It's
bad,
goated.
bad.
Goaded.
Look, no, Riz is like so bad, man.
I'll accept good.
Yeah, I'll,
If someone tells you have Riz, do you take that as
I'll
a
be like,
compliment?
thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll be like, wow,
No
thanks so
way.
much, yeah.
Now I'm interested.
Okay, ants.
S tier.
S tier.
S tier. Ants, you know, we aren't the fucking rulers of this world. It's the fucking ants.
That's
we
why
live
I
in
hate
their
them.
world. Or fleas.
Butterflies.
Butterflies.
I don't know. Nah, I don't. You
don't
know
like
what?
butterflies,
Oh my god.
Okay,
They're
like
the most like beautiful, harmless insects in the kingdom.
yeah, but like they kind of look ugly if you just like ignore the wings.
That's fucking
Okay,
crazy.
tell me this.
That's like saying, Garnt, you're fucking ugly if I just ignore your face. What the fuck are you talking about? Pinky, though?
Pinky is a fucking D tier, and we all know it's
No.
a D tier. Let's not. Why?
No, okay, here's
Why?
my argument.
Why?
Fits in the butt perfectly.
I don't want to start from the thumb.
We can't put a thumb in the butthole,
on now,
Garnt.
not
Come on
without
now.
pinky.
Come on now. A pinky is perfect for this.
I'd say Pinky is like a C.
No.
It's a D tier. It's a D. What do you use your pinky for? What do you really?
My most
As I
valuable.
said,
Unless you're a
One-
fucking guitar player.
No. Okay.
I'm a guitar player and I'm still saying it's a C.
Okay.
I'm a
first of
guitar
all-
player, and
first
I
of
think
all,
it's a fucking D.
It's the underdog of the hand. It's got nothing going for it. Low dexterity, low strength. No one has any hope for it. But yet, all of our most dearest promises are performed with the pinky.
Okay, here's a question.
When we want to signify a true bond of trust, we stick out our pinky and embrace each other.
And how many times does a pinky promise get broken?
Never.
Always.
Only if
because
it's
we
you,
know how
because
worthless
you don't
it
like
is.
the pinky.
Because we know
Because
how
you don't
worthless
trust-
it is.
You don't
Okay.
understand.
Okay,
You
que-
don't
That's why only
understand.
kids do it, because they break their promises
Okay, question.
all the fucking
question.
time.
If you had to lose one of your fingers first, which one would it be?
Ring finger.
Pinky.
Oh, okay.
Ring finger.
Why would you lose your ring finger?
Nah, because you get because the pinky also, it kind of ties together the grip. Like the end, like the pinky is the support.
Oh, it's
whereas
just-
the ring,
it's just
the ring
trying.
finger, you're like a little alien. You're like,
I'm just imagining, right?
yeah, I'm imagining, and I think that I can
No,
do
because
everything.
This one,
like
this one without the ring finger, there's just a
No,
gap
no,
there.
no.
You know, you need the fucking brute
No.
Yeah,
force.
you're kind of right.
You need the
No.
brute force of the.
no, the pinky.
No, you need the brute force of the
No.
big three right here.
Big-
three.
oh
Look,
my
look,
God. You're a
look.
fucking moron. Your
Look,
brain rotted.
Here. Let me spell it out. One Piece, Naruto, Bleach,
fairy tale. All right, that's it. You know, you can cut this off.
all right,
there's probably like a few fans of the pinky, but then
I'm
at the end of the day,
I'm saying
no,
B.
no.
It's better than the ring finger. Joey, back me up here. Back me up here.
The ring finger.
Back me up here.
The ring finger has the strength, you know.
They're kind of this. Yeah, no, you're right. It is better than the ring finger.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I wonder if any biases are going to come out.
All right, January F tier.
Whoa. No.
January is
That's crazy.
January is the most depressing month of the year because everyone's coming back from their Christmas holidays and it's like the longest time until the next holiday. December is also goated as well.
March is when it's like start of spring.
Huh?
March is start of spring.
April is the start of spring.
April
March
is the start of spring.
March is like the
no.
winter hangover where it doesn't really. March is like I don't know if I want to be winter or if I want to be
Yeah.
spring.
March is
March is like the middle child.
No,
but it's
March is when it's becoming spring. What are the two most depressing months?
January, February.
That's crazy.
January, February
That's crazy.
is the least sunshine, the least events going
Disagree.
on. It's the Christmas come down.
Come to Australia.
Holiday
Come to
down.
Australia in January, February, and you'll think otherwise.
Okay,
Yeah, you're
well,
literally-
that doesn't
you're
count
literally
because that's
like-
like summer there.
Yeah.
Like that. You're just,
It's the best.
It's just summer there.
It's the best.
What? You're just saying like half the fucking globe. You do not count. Because God has said nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
The southern hemisphere
Nah.
doesn't exist.
Nah. But, you know, still, fucking depressing. There is like, here's why I say, because your winters are still on like comparatively way less depressing than anything going on in the fucking UK or like places where you just don't get much sunshine
that's
in the
just
winter.
spawn
bro.
diff, isn't it?
No.
He remembers.
Why is it one of the worst?
Yeah,
it's
why is it
easily
one of the
one of the
worst?
best because it feels like you're doing the most.
There's no better feeling than just clean sheets and clothes.
Nah, the best thing is hoovering. Hoovering is
Hell no.
Hoovering is so fucking good.
I agree with you, Garnt. It's up there, but not as good as laundry.
Not as
No,
good as laundry.
laundry is shit. Do you know why laundry is shit? Is because you have to like remember to go back to the laundry, right? So I'm here in my fucking limbo being like,
Yeah, but you have
is it done?
ADHD,
Is it
so
done?
it's
Is
like-
it done?
That's like the hardest
hard
thing.
for you, yeah.
That's the hardest thing in the world for you to lock in.
Hoovering is that instant satisfaction. You can see the dust. you hoover it.
Look,
it's done.
I
It's gone.
agree with you, but I think for hoovering to be as maximum capacity satisfying, you have to wait way too long.
No,
You have to
point
let
two.
your house get way too dusty.
Point two, doing your clothes, it's like a multi-step process, right? Because you need to remember to come back after the clothes are finished, and then you need to remember to dry the clothes. And then if the clothes are outside, you're like, oh shit, I need to bring them inside. Maybe you use a dryer, or there are so many steps to the washing the clothes that it just like it breaks the flow of
There
things.
is no better feeling than when you're holding all the laundry in one hand, picking it up out of the dryer or whatever, and you just get that waft
toasty.
of toasty, soapy goodness.
Yep.
And people who like bacon over a pork chop are insane, I think was the initial.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what I said. Like,
No,
4 years ago.
I think you said something along those lines because I just agreed with everything you said.
Basically, you both said bacon is overrated. It sucks.
Bacon is overrated.
Bacon is overrated.
Bacon is overrated.
I don't think it is personally. I don't know. I don't know how hot of a take that is.
Well,
if
I think it's
bacon-
F because it's just factually correct.
It's not. It's not factually correct.
Well, no, the statement of bacon is the cheapest part of the pig.
Well, it's not. I'm sure there's a cheaper part of the fucking pig.
Like I'm sure like nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who the fuck is like a bacon or pig nose? Yo, give me that pig nose any day, dog.